Vijay Mallya isn't it in India? He's a non-resident. You and me are in India, we're residents. How is our income taxed? For a CA Inter student, if this is a challenge for you, a chapter called Residential Status and Scope of Income, we've simplified it again. In this fast track series for September 25 and Jan 26, watch this video and you will really enjoy understanding this chapter and solving so many sums from an exam perspective. This will definitely get you better. You like this video, you want to watch more, purchase the fast track class. The link is given in the description below. You want even more detailed analysis, you know the subscription model already, purchase it. Again, the link is in the video below. And if you're starting from scratch and you want us to hold your hand and teach you entirely, then buy our full DT and GST classes. Remember, these classes can be purchased and there are different models so that we help you clear your exams, whether it's September 25, whether it's Jan 26. Enjoy the videos, learn a lot. So guys, welcome to class. Whether it's a screen or whether it's offline here in class, good to have you guys back. While we start, couple of things I'll tell you. We don't need the book right now, so you can just take it easy. Sit back, relax. For some of you guys, it'll be the first time at this new academy. Is that right? Yes, some of you guys. All right. Some of you guys have been in the academy since morning, like Suresh here has been here since morning. So first up, welcome guys. This is the tax fast track course or the tax crash course. The idea is if it's been a while that you've not revised tax and you're looking at an exam, you are someone who would benefit from this. If you're someone who have an exam upcoming, you've never taken an exam and you still want to prepare more, solve more sums, this could be another benefit class for you. And some of you guys who've given the exam, not cleared it unfortunately, and want to take a fresh perspective or want to do tax together, slightly different manner, so that we are better exam ready, this course will also benefit you. So that's the idea. And we in this course, so we'll work slightly differently. My idea is concepts, of course, we will be looking at, but very briefly. Yes. And we'll be looking at those concepts which bother you. Yes. I'm assuming all of us on a scale of 1 to 10 also know a little bit of tax, but of course we can start on some concepts, we can start from base. But I want to do those concepts which we tend to avoid. I want to do those concepts which are slightly more tricky. And then the focus will be only and only sums. Again, a different take on sums. Our sums are not going to be the sums that we've already done in our textbook. Our sums are going to be sums from ICI material, from previous year's papers and from RTPs and MTPs. So basically I'm targeting that, great, I know a concept, but can I write that sum or can I attempt that sum? That's going to be the idea. Yes. So be prepared. Your calculator battery should be like well worked. It should be working well because we'll need a lot of it. Plus you'll need a rough paper or a book where you'll solve a lot of sums because that's the whole idea. I don't want to give you any handwritten notes. Instead, I will share a small quick book with you guys where you can refer any concepts. But if you want to write some notes also, you can. We'll do it chapter wise. Anything that seems very big, if you, yes, I have a cup. A cup is not there, you can get a cup. So anything that seems very big at the start, if we break it down into chapters, I think it should be doable. We'll spend the first few days doing DT. Yes. We'll get a good grip on DT and then we will move towards GST. So that's the whole idea. So whether you're watching it live or recorded, the first part is to get a good, nice grip on direct tax. Yes. We'll also take a chapter wise. Let's suppose we spend about 7-8 days on DT and 5 hours every day. So every day we should be completing about 2-3 chapters. Bigger chapters like PGBP will take the entire session. Smaller chapters like exempt income or rates of tax or something like IFOS will not take us the entire session. So we'll keep a balance. Yes. But the idea is the class will not be driven by me, guys. The class will be driven by you. What I mean to say is that you will tell me the points which are the painful points. You will tell me the places where in the exam, when you last wrote the exam, or when you're preparing, if you've not yet given the exam, what are the points that bother you? What are the things that bother you? And I want to work on those points more. Yes. So that's how we will work. And as and when I introduce a chapter, of course, I'll summarize the chapter and then I'll take inputs from you guys as to what you want to work on more. Yes, so that's the idea. Ideally, I'd want two people to sit on a bench. The idea is that when you're solving sums, it's always good to have someone whom you can discuss numbers with. What number have you got? So you will be sitting in a setup which two people each. Of course, live people, we don't have that option, and people are watching this recorded. Actually, the majority of the people have opted for live because I think they are maybe outstation, or they don't want to spend time traveling, considering they're giving the September exam and time is slightly limited. So that's the whole idea. But if you're at home, no problem. But if you're here, ideally I'd want to make you sit like two on a bench so that you all can practice better. So people, you can move ahead one bench. You also can move with him. You can move with him. There you can move ahead one two benches and sit with her. Yes. Day. Is that a suitable time for everyone, guys? Yes. So we'll start at 3. We'll have a session from 3 to 5:30, and then we'll take a half an hour break, and then again resume from 6 to 8:30. So that's how our day is going to be looking like. All right. So with the intention that whatever we do will help us in the exams well. So we are kickstarting the fast track batch. All right. And this one is specifically starting off with direct tax. All right. Now, guys, let's try and summarize first how the paper looks like so that we can target which are the areas that are slightly tricky. So we'll go backwards. We'll start from the day of the exam. So when if you happen to have given the exam, yes, we'll talk about who has given the exam later. But right now, when you give the exam and when you take the paper, the first question, which is compulsory, is for how many marks, guys? 15. Now it's 15 marks. Earlier it used to be 14, so now it's 15 marks. And that majorly has which chapters? You tell me, guys. If you prepared for an exam or if you've given the exam, which are the chapters which are asked in the first question? Always PGBP first. Yes. Plus, guys, there is always some amount of IFOs. There will be some other income that that person earns, so there's IFOs. There's always one thing that they ask is rates of tax. They ask you to compute rates of tax. Yes, there will be some amount of deductions also in this. So always, guys, there is some person who's investing in PPF, who's buying some NPS, something or the other is investing. So basically, this first question is around these chapters, and hence these chapters are something that is important, without which, because this question number 1 is compulsory. Yes. Now, guys, as we move ahead, in question number 2, there is a chapter which is almost always there, which is TDS and TCS and advanced tax. This chapter now has more significance for y'all because this chapter now has some change in rates also. So we'll talk about that. I'm just making a whole sketch of what we have to do. So this is one question that is almost always found, and this is one part of this. And there is a second part of question number 2, which sometimes varies. Sometimes this is a sum on residential status and scope of income. Sometimes it is a sum on capital gains. Again, now considering your changes that have happened in capital gains in your attempt, guys, I think capital gains is something that you should have to do slightly better because high chances of it coming in the exam. How many marks is this for? Any guess, guys? 10. Yes. So this question is for 10 marks. So basically question number 2, I'll tell you why it's 10 marks. So first one is how many marks? 15. 15 plus 10 is 25, and 25 plus one more 10 is how many marks? 35, because the other part is MCQ. Next is question number 3. Question number 3, it is a mix of set off. So generally a question on set off and carry forward is here. So generally there is a question here on set off and carry forward. And here, if they don't give you capital gain here, they can give you capital gains here. Sometimes they also give you clubbing of income here, or they give you some dedicated on IF also here. And this is again how many marks, guys? 10 marks. Yes. All right. And very certain, but not the most interesting part of the paper is this question number 4, of course, which is slightly more theoretical. So the paper, I don't know if you've ever seen, it's like a waterfall where the starting is very practical and then it goes towards theory. Yes, I don't know if you observed that, but this is something that happens in every DT paper. This is the last part is basically on things which are theoretical. So any question that is theory is asked here. And mainly what is tested here is a chapter called return of income. Yes. So they'll test you on chapters like return of income or some other theoretical aspects. And this again is how many marks, guys? 10 marks. Yes. So now let's see the chapters which are unmissable, guys. The chapters like PGBP, you cannot miss. Chapter like rates of tax, you cannot miss. Chapters like deductions, you cannot miss. Chapters like TDS, you cannot miss. And set off chapter, you cannot miss. And a small chapter called return of income. These are some chapters which are almost always there. Now again, what am I trying to draw your attention to? That instead of focusing on chapters like Introduction to DT, Exempt Income, and wasting time on that, I'm not saying it's a waste, but this is something should be strong before you even look at those chapters. Yes. So our preparation will be guided by this. So we will be first doing these kind of chapters before we spend time on exempt income and all those. Yes. So this is something that you should. And as far as I believe, I want to score my marks in question number 1, 2, and 3. Yes. So although fourth is an option, but it's a theoretical option. So here it cannot be wrong. Example, a residential status has to be, your answer has to be either a NR or a ROR or a RNOR, one of them. If there is scope of income, the total income has to be a particular number. So the more you attempt these kind of questions, the more there's certainty that there will be a right answer at the end for which you get higher marks. Yes. So I would like to believe that I want to do question number 1, 2, and 3. In case one of them is extremely difficult, then only I will take help of question number 4. So in my mind, this is the kind of choice I will try to make. Yes. All right. Now, um, today, guys, we'll be tackling about 2 or 3 chapters. And I have decided that I want to take it slightly slower. I don't want to start on first day PGBP or on first day capital gain. So we'll take it slow. Today we'll do about 2, 3 chapters, and I'll tell you what we'll do in a chapter. Guys, the first thing that we'll do in the chapter is concept. So we'll revise the concept. If you have a textbook, great. If you don't have a textbook, we'll use my quick book and we'll revise it here. Doesn't matter which book you're revising from. The beauty about a fast track course is the conceptual clarity is a little bit already there. We'll build on it. So first we'll discuss the concept, and then guys, I have a scanner, and using that scanner back to back, guys, we'll be doing questions on that, and some of them will be done in fair, absolute fairness, and some of them will be done in rough. Every question you will be attempting a little bit yourself, and then I'll be also discussing the questions and we'll be solving it. Yes, working notes, things that form part of the question, which you get marks for, everything exam like it's an examination. We'll have to attempt that. Yes, so these are all the scanner questions. And then guys, for every chapter, the important things that are not, you cannot miss, guys, we'll just list them down. I've already made a document around it. So these are important, and this we'll do chapter wise. So every chapter concept, then all the different scanner questions, and then the important ones. Along with the scanner questions, I would also like to use the ICM material. I already have a Word document here on the ICM material, and I would like to go through the ICM material, illustrations and sums. Yes, so we'll just go through ICM material together only, and as and when we see illustrations, we'll keep looking at illustrations. If you have an ICM material and handy and you can get it to class, it'll be great so that you can tick mark the questions that you want to do again. Yes, all right. And overall, guys, towards the end of the class, you should feel confident that you, when you see questions, there's a certain predictable pattern when you'll be able to solve those kind of questions. Yes, all right. So this is what I'd like to start with. Now, I want to ask you individually, personally as a batch, and people who are here online also, you all can also contribute. Um, just one second. Yes. So, of course, I'll ask the online batch also, but I'm asking you guys, you all have to tell me the 2, 3 difficult chapters that you found while you were doing DT. So when you were thinking of doing DT, what are the chapters that you found difficult? Yes, anyone, everyone. Which are the chapters that you thought that you didn't find it easy or you found it difficult while preparing or while giving the exam? Yes. Income from other sources, IFOS. Okay. So IFOS is something that she found difficult. Yes. Anyone else? Yes. Yeah. TDS and TCS. Good. TDS and TCS is something that he found tricky. Okay. Anyone else? Return of income. Nice. I'm very happy to see that the easy parts are the ones that are difficult. So I'm wondering the difficult parts are then manageable. So good. Yes. Deductions. So deductions under chapter 6A. All right. Yes. Anything else? Yes. Anyone? Anything else? Yes. We are there. What did you find? Which chapter do you find tricky? Returns and deductions. Yes. Anyone else here? PGBP. Okay. PGBP is a chapter that is naturally, I'm very surprised no one has said capital gains till now, but capital gains is always tricky. Yes. Rates of taxes, guys, good, refreshing. Rates of taxes, especially the one where you have to calculate a lot, that kind of rates of taxes, that is something that many people find difficult. All right, so people online as well, a couple of you guys have given answers. So if you can put your names instead of Crazy Craft and Guardian, yes, Bullet Info. Good, but if you can put your names, it will be better to address you. Otherwise, I have no problem addressing you as bullet info also. So PGVP is something that people have found difficult here. Salaries is something I'm very surprised. None of you all spoke about salaries, but we'll talk about salaries and we'll talk about the retirement benefit part also. We'll see how that we can tackle as well. Capital gain, Manju, you found Nazia, TDS, TCS, and Guardian. Chavi, you found capital gain, PGVP, and salaries. So these are some of them, and these are pretty predictable set of chapters that we found. All right, let's do one thing. No one has told me residential status and scope of income, but in today's agenda, guys, we have three chapters. One is I want to finish IFOS, so I want to do IFOS really well. I want to do rates of tax in terms of the old scheme and the new scheme. First, focusing on the old scheme, then we'll spend a day, and then after that, we'll do the new scheme. So there is a change in the mindset of how we do the old and new scheme. And I also want to do residential status and scope of income. Yes. So these are three chapters that I'm going to tackle today. Guys, whether you know it or you don't know it, what you know are the concepts. How to apply them. I'll show you some residential status and scope of income, some which are extremely difficult and they've come in the exam. So how do we tackle them, or they've come in the RTP, MTP, how do we tackle them is what we'll look at. Yes. So roughly guys, this is three chapters that we'll be tackling it. Yes, today. And in a particular chapter, when we recap, you will realize that what you understand, what you don't. And if there is anything that you want me to explain further, of course, you will feel free and let me know about that. Yes, people online, Bindu Priya, salaries, Prabha, TDS, Sushmita, capital gain, Mohammed, capital gain. Perfect. So capital gain is something that I feel a lot of people have difficulty in. Salaries is surprisingly PGVP only few have said that it's difficult, but when you start PGVP, it never ends. Yes, so that's the difficult part of PGVP. It just goes on and on and on. Yes. All right. So let's start off. The first chapter I'd ideally want to start off today's agenda will be a chapter called Residential Status and Scope of Income. It's not been mentioned as a difficult sub chapter, but I know that this is important. And more than that, guys, the presentation of this, how do you present the answer when it comes to this, is something that I will tackle or I will look at. Then we will also look at IFOS. And I also want to tackle a chapter which is called rates of tax. So how much ever we can do today is what we're going to be attempting. All right. Let's begin, guys. The idea is to focus very little on the concepts and lots on the sums. Yes. So if you have been a student of mine and if you have handwritten notes, guys, that will be something that you could look at. If you don't have, no problem. I'll be sharing a quick book with you guys here online on the drive also, which you can refer. But right now it's going to be you more or less listening to me. Yes. What you should definitely have is without which you cannot move ahead is a calculator. Yes, so make sure everyone has a calculator. Make sure everyone has a book where you can write some. So I want that practice to happen in class itself. All right. Let's begin, guys, everyone. So inaugurating formally the first chapter, breaking that coconut and keeping all fingers crossed. And I'm very, very confident that people who attempt, like the last time, the fast track batch, I saw positive results in a lot of them. Yes. So it's good that we can do this collectively. We can address the difficult points. Yes. All right. Let's start. Taking a new page and starting the first chapter, not technically the first chapter, but for our preparation, the first chapter, which is called Residential Status and Scope of Income. Doing a recap, try and understand whatever you can from the recap that I'm doing. Will they always ask residential status and scope of income together? Not really. They can either ask one, they can ask a second, or they can combine it and give you more marks. We'll try and revise the first thing, which is called scope of income. Everyone on the screen now. We won't have the time for you to read and look at it. So keep looking at it. If there's some problem area, let me know. For scope of income, there are basically two kinds of people or two kinds of residents. One is called a resident and one is called a non-resident. So there are two kinds of people, and in resident also there is a further breakup of one is called ROR and one is called what, guys? RNOR. Now the idea is the government has a couple of very good theories. They say that if you're a resident, then I surely want to tax you in India. But if you're a non-resident, then I want to tax you only those income which touch India, which is pretty obvious. If you come to my territory and you earn some income, then it's very rightful for the government to say that I want tax. Now, from an exam question, guys, the moment scope of income is asked, you have to quote a section which is called section 5. So you should know that scope of income is discussed under section 5. Whether I'm taxed also, it's under section 5. If I'm not taxed also, you have to quote the section that is section 5. Keep remembering as many sections as you can. Towards the end of the class, on the ultimate day of DT, we'll do a section-wise division as well. Now, The government has said for non-resident, there are only and only four income which are taxable. Very quickly, you will tell me, guys, what are the four income which are taxable for a non-resident? This is a shortcut called DEAR. Guys, are you aware of the shortcut? Yes. If not, I'll explain. Guys, if you're a non-resident, example, guys, assuming you guys are non-residents, you all don't stay a lot in India, you all stay abroad, so hence I'll call non-resident. For a non-resident, India will tax you only if there is some income which is received where in India, or you have earning that income where in India, or that income is accruing in which country, India, or it is deemed or assumed to accrue or rise in which country, guys, India. So I'll give you a few examples of, let's say, someone who's staying abroad. Let's say a cousin of yours stays in the US. He's earning salary in the US. Can India tax? No. Why not? Yes. So what is the technical term which you will use in the exam, guys? It is not within the scope of income, guys. It is not within the scope of income as per section 5. What if that person has an FD in India and he earns interest in India? Yes, because the income is earned where? In India, or received where? In India. What if he has a salary in the US but the income comes into the Indian bank account, guys? Will it be taxed in India? Yes, because all that is earned abroad is received where, guys? In India. Are we okay with this? This is called which income, guys? Dear income. Something that you should know under section 5. Next, we come to residence. Guys, there are two kinds of residents. In very simple terms, this is the guy who stays in India but not a lot. This is the guy who stays in India a lot. So that's the difference. Of course, in very basic terms, we'll go into details. Right now, RNOR, we tax RNOR, but on 5 incomes, which you and me know as what, guys? Dear plus 1. Guys, they will not ask you this theoretically, they'll just give you numbers, but you have to tax him on the first 4 income, which you already know. But what is this plus 1 income? Assuming, guys, you all 4 here are RNORs. Do you all stay in India? Yes, but not a lot. And hence you're a RNOR. Guys, if you have any income, this is plus 1 I'm talking about. If you have any income which is earned abroad, earned where? Then why is India so interested in taxing you? Because that income has been controlled, managed, or set up from India. I repeat, that income has been controlled, managed, or set up from India. So this is that plus 1, guys. So these 5 incomes are taxed. I'm giving you some examples. Online, offline, both you will answer. You have a business in Singapore, earned in Singapore, set up in Singapore, everything in Singapore. Can India tax you? No. This same business is in Singapore, earned in Singapore, but you're controlling it from India. Can India tax you? Yes. That's the difference between both of you all. That plus 1 is the difference. Are we okay? And now we come to the last person who's a ROR. He's a resident and ordinary resident because he stays a lot in India. Almost perpetually he's in India. So the government says, listen, if I'm taking care of you in my country, then I also want to tax you on all your global income. So what is the word here which you will in the exam, guys? Global incomes. So on global incomes, guys, he will be taxed in India. Yes, Ishita, good. Anirudh, good. So on all the global incomes, he will be taxed in India. So whether the salary is earned in the US, will he be taxed in India? Where the business is in Singapore, will he be taxed in India? Yes. So for this person, guys, there's a lot of double taxation that happens, but fortunately at CA Inter, we don't tackle double taxation. Yes. How does double taxation happen? The business in Singapore, will Singapore also tax it? Yes. And will India also tax it? Yes. So there is double taxation, but we don't have to worry about it. It's not a part of our portion, the double taxation part. So this is called scope of income. What is the section you will quote? Section 5. If it's in the scope of income, you will tell earned, received, deemed, etc. If it's not within the scope of income, you will write it is not within the scope of income. Are we okay with this? Now, there are two things which you have to stay clearly away from. Those two things are summarized in a manner called RP. Guys, everyone, what is the shortcut, guys? RP. The first is any remittance. Guys, what do you mean by remittance? I'll give you an example. I'm a ROR. Who am I? Last year, I earned some income in Singapore. Will India tax me on that? Yes. Now that income which is in Singapore, I'm transferring it to my Indian bank account. Will it be taxed again? No, because that is called remittance. What is it called, guys? Remittance is basically something that is in this pocket. I take it from this pocket and I put it in my other pocket. Should I be taxed again? No. Hear me out carefully and answer. You guys are non-residents here on the left-hand side. You had a salary income which received in the US. Were you all taxed in India? No. Why not? Because not within the scope of income in India. Now, next year, guys, you're taking that money and you're putting in your Indian bank account. Will you be taxed now? Again, the answer is no. You might think that, oh, sir, but he's putting in India. No, you have to see the first. When was the first receipt? Salary in the US. This is just transferring it. So all these are called remittances. So, sir, how do I identify remittance? Guys, it is the second, third, fourth. It's not the first receipt. I'll give you more examples. I get salary from PwC in my Indian bank account, HDFC. I transfer it to my mom, guys. Is that remittance? Yes. I transfer from HDFC bank to ICICI bank. Is that remittance? Yes. So please understand, remittance is the second, third, fourth impact. It's never the first impact. You have to only look at which impact is first. I'm giving you one more question. Think about it carefully and answer. I'm a ROR. I have some income in Dubai last year. It was not taxed because Dubai does not have any income tax, so it was not taxed. This year, I'm bringing that money into India, guys. Will I be taxed again? Guys, that's called remittance. What is that called? In your mind, you're thinking, sir, that income was not taxed last year. It should be taxed. No, 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 guys. It's remittance. You have to only see first receipt. When was the first receipt? Last year. Did you tax it or not tax it? That happened last year. Now you don't have. And P, guys, is any past year's income. What is P for? Past years. So if some income happened in the past years, whether it was taxed or not taxed, you cannot tax it this year right now randomly. Yes, so the two things you have to be stay carefully away from is remittance and past years. Everyone, now that you know, I'm going to test your knowledge from something that you have to hear me out here. Everyone, here we go. Guys, I'm a ROR. Who am I? ROR. I have some income in Singapore. Let's put some number also worth 10 lakh rupees. How much is the income in Singapore? 10 lakh. This is the year I want the income. And then I brought it to my HDFC account. And this is how much, guys? 10 lakh. I'm a ROR. Both these happen to happen in the same year, 24-25. Will I be taxed in India? Excellent. Yes. Why? Because you're a ROR, and once I'll be taxed. Will I be taxed again? No, because that is remittance. Leaving this here, guys. Same question for non-resident. You guys are non-residents, you all will answer. The income in Singapore is how many lakh? 10 lakh. And it was not earned, it was earned in Singapore only and then brought to India and put in HDFC bank account. Will you be taxed? No. I'll tell you what to do here. Guys, you have to first cancel this. Why cancel it? Because you have to ignore remittance. And now check, guys, will this income be taxed in India? No, because it's earned where? So if in a sentence there is remittance, also cancel that part and then guys think about it. Are we okay with this? All right, guys, this is section 5. I hope everyone's comfortable with section 5. We've not done the D part, but we've done the other part, guys. Everyone, things you should know is DEAR plus 1, CMS, controlled, manage and set up from which country? India, and you should know global income. Also things you should know is remittance and past years has to be ignored. Everyone okay with this? We now move ahead, guys, to the next part, which is section 6. While section 6, I know what usually comes in the exam, but we'll be doing everything conceptually quickly before we move ahead, guys. Section 6 tells you how do you become a resident or a non-resident, guys. So everyone, this is section 6. And in section 6.1, they talk about you and me. Who are you and me, guys? Individual. How do we become resident, non-resident is given under which section? 6.1. Guys, you and me, our families are called what? HUF. So that is under which section? 6.2. Even an HUF can be resident, non-resident. Next, guys, companies like Reliance, Zomato, etc. can also be resident, non-resident. That is given in which section? 6.3. And 6.4 is all others. All others basically means partnership firm, etc. etc. While we are discussing all of this, guys, please know that in the exam, the most common is which one? Section 6.1, which is residential status of individuals. All right, just one second. All right, and guys, there is someone here. If you're an Indian citizen or a person of Indian origin, who are you guys? Indian citizen or person of Indian origin. A person of Indian origin is someone whose parents or grandparents, whose parents means mom or dad, grandparents means dada, dadi, or nana, nana. Any one of them also was born where, guys? In India. That means, guys, you're a person of Indian origin and they're visiting India. Then the government says both these people, guys, which condition will not apply? Second. So you will check them only for how many days? 1 year. This is very important because lots of people, what they do is they check the second condition also. And they say second condition is met. But for these two people, guys, in the exam, how do you identify pro tip? If you see Indian citizen or PIO, be careful. Everyone. So I'm giving you option, guys, here. All of you guys are not Indian citizens, not PIO. How many conditions will apply to you? Two. You guys are Indian citizen, PIO. How many conditions will apply to you? Only one. Are we okay with this, guys? Yes. So this is how you become a resident and a non-resident. Everyone section is 6.1. Hold that on. Now, guys, C we don't bother much, guys, because C is already a non-resident. But this guy, A and B, he is what? Resident. And in resident, guys, whether he is a ROR, what is he? Or whether he's a R and OR, that is what we need to figure out. So I'm rubbing all these guys and we are trying to figure out whether he's a ROR or RNOR. Both of them happen to be residents. Guys, both of them are residents, but serious resident or not serious resident or not ordinary resident is what we have to look at. So we asked them two questions, guys. In the last how many years? 7 years. This is called preceding years, guys. What years? What is preceding years? Before which year? 24, 25. In the last how many years? 7 years. Have you stayed in India for at least 700 how many days, guys? 730 days. If this answer is yes, that's one question, and not always. It is and. In the last how many years? 10 years. Have you been a resident for at least how many years? 2 years. Most people struggle with these two conditions. If you're one of them, I want to help you. In the exam, don't check all this, guys. Check for cues. I'll tell you small cues. Mr. A is leaving India for the first time. For the first time. That means, guys, in the last 7 years, has he met 730 days? So these are small cues, and my shortcut is flashback. Check your check to childhood, your adolescent years, guys. If in the last 7-10 years, which country do you see? India. Then both these answers are what, guys? Yes, and what will you become? If in the last 7-10 years you've not been in India much, guys, then answer to any one of them also is no. What do you become? RN. Example, guys. He is visiting India for the first time. That means he's a RN. So these kind of small cues you can get, so you don't have to actually solve this. And these questions are under a section called section 6. So can we repeat the sections, guys, everyone? Section 6.1 gets you between a resident and 6.6 makes you a RNOR or RO. And you will tell me the repetition of what is EV. Employment or visiting. Someone who is employing, going for employment abroad, who is that citizen? Indian citizen. Or someone who is visiting India, that is Indian citizen or PR. Are we okay with this, everyone? All right. Guys, this is section 6.1 and this is section 6.6. Everyone. Now you will quickly tell me, guys, this is resident. This is ROR, this is RNOR, and guys, someone is here, someone is here, someone is here. Life was going on. Who is the happiest? Taxed on how many incomes? 4. Who is the next happy? Taxed on 5. Who's the unhappiest, guys? ROR, because taxed on all incomes. Now, guys, the government thought that listen here, I want to make an amendment. Very, very important amendment. The government said, listen, non-resident, this amendment only applies to whom? I want more answers, guys. This amendment only applies to whom? Non-residents. We want to convert you into residents, but which kind of resident? So, guys, the bridge between non-residents, the government said we want to make you residents, but only RNOR if you fulfill 3 plus 3 conditions. Everyone, what are these 3 conditions? First, the shortcut is AIC1. Guys, what is the shortcut? AIC1. Guys, right now, who are you? We want to convert you to what? But only if you fulfill how many conditions? 3. AIC1. Hear me out, guys. This conversion only applies to Indian citizens. Only applies to. So if you're not an Indian citizen, we can't convert. Are we okay, guys? Applies only to. That's why, guys, if the exam says Indian citizen, be okay. Next, this applies only if you are Indian income. Only if your Indian income is more than 15 lakhs. That means you're rich. That means you're rich. And last, guys, condition: you should not be taxed as a resident. As a but sir, I'm taxed in Singapore as a no. As a resident, no one should tax you. If you're an Indian citizen, to be A for applicable, you should apply to whom? Having Indian income more than 15 lakh, and you're not taxed in any country as a resident. Only then, if you fulfill all these 3 conditions, we'll convert you to a and think like the government, guys, because tax is best understood if you think like the government. As the intention is to add more taxes. Here, how many incomes? Here, how many incomes, guys? 5. So who's smiling in the background? Are we okay with this, guys? Yes. So AIC1, I'll tell you a small cue for AIC1. In real life, when do I check for AIC1? When it's a rich person whose Indian income is more than. But sir, what do you mean by Indian income? Guys, income in India. But what is the legitimate definition of Indian income? What are we trying to make him? So we'll check RNOR's income, which is dear plus 1. Are we okay with this? Yes. And if this does not fulfill, we still have another condition called AIC2. Stop. This also the intention is to convert NR into RNOR. So we'll check how many conditions, guys. 2. AIC1 also, or if AIC1 is fulfilled, then I will not check. This also applies to Indian citizen, but also applies to PIO. Guys, this one is Indian citizen or Indian income is more than 15 lakh, and the condition here, guys, is similar to basic condition 2. Remember that in this year you stayed for India for how many days? And last 4 years, how many days? 365. Similar, not the same, because here this changes to 120. So guys, again, I'm telling you one small pro tip. All this sounds very confusing. In the exam, check for non-resident. Check for what? If the answer is ROR or RNOR, don't even look at this amendment. This amendment will be seen only if you find Mr. A to be a non, and then check his income if he's rich. Rich means more than how many lakh? 15. And here, guys, here also more than 15 lakh, here also more than 15 lakh. So if it's not more than 15 lakh, just ignore it. Let it go. Are we okay? I'm giving you some examples. You tell me, will you apply the amendment or not? There is a person who's already a RNOR. No, why not? Already RNOR. A person is already ROR. No. A person is an NR. Yes. Income 4 lakh. Income 14 lakh. Income 18 lakh. Yes, that's the first one. Then you will check AIC1 or AIC2. Okay. Do we need both AIC1 and AIC2? No, we need any one. All right. This is great conceptually. How to present it, I'll show you when we start presenting. Now, guys, we go to the last few sections, which are here. For a HUF, guys, the section is section 6.2. What is the section? Let's talk a little bit about HUF. HUF means what? In the undivided family. All of you guys, including me, can we be on one family? Yes. There will be a senior person who's called there are co-partners. Can we have income? We can collectively have money which is made in FD and we earn what? Interest. We can have a house given on rent and we earn income. We can collectively have a business and we earn PGBP. So can we have incomes? Yes. And HUF also, guys, can it become a resident or a non-resident? Yes. Depends on control and management. Depends on what? If the control and management is completely abroad, then it is what? If it's completely India or partially in India, then what is it, guys? Are we okay with this, guys? Yes. And they also can be converted into what, guys? RNOR or ROR, guys, depending on the Karta. Depending on the, if in the last 7 years the Karta has been in India for same question, or in the last 10 years the Karta has been a resident or at least 2 years. If he says yes, guys, then this HUF will become a ROR, otherwise it will become RNO. Very unwanted question in the exam. Don't focus too much on it. Anyways, these are sections that you already know. This is section 6.6, the additional conditions. Are we okay with this? All right. Next, another unwanted section is section 6.3, which is for what, guys? Companies. Guys, companies is very simple. Any company which is started in India, registered in India, incorporated in India, it's called an Indian company. What is it called? And Indian companies are automatically what, guys? Like example, Zomato, Swiggy, Zepto, Uber, Olas are all Indian companies. Uber India, of course, I'm talking about. They're all Indian companies. They automatically become what? Resident. And then there are foreign companies. Which companies? Foreign companies which automatically become what, guys? Non-resident. Example, McDonald's India, Indian company. McDonald's US, foreign company. Starbucks India, Indian. Starbucks UK, foreign company. But if foreign company, there's an exception. If they establish a lot of management here, guys, their POEM, place of effective management. What is it called? Only for foreign companies, guys. If let's say Tesla, which is in the US, they have their place of effective management in India, then they might be considered as what? Resident. This is an exception only for which companies? Not important. 6.2, 6.3, very, very rarely found in the exam. And 6.4 never asked, right? 6.4 is for all others, like Yasha's Academy. Is it a partnership firm? Yes. Again, control and management fully abroad, non-resident. In India and abroad, resident. Are we okay with this? And there is no ROR, RNOR concept. That concept is only for individuals and HUF. Everyone. This is the concept. We are only left with dear income, but just checking things you should know. Now, do you know what is an Indian citizen? Yes. Do you know who is a PIO? Yes. Who is a PIO? Parents or grandparents are born in India. Guys, how many grandparents required to be born in India? Even one. The roots, even one seed is from India, you're a PIO. Yes. Guys, do you know 6.1 conditions? Yes, 182 days. Second Lakshman Rekha. 60 and 365. And for additional condition, how many years you will check first for? 7 years. Next you will check for 10 years. All right. And AIC1, AIC2, you know, Indian income should be more than how many lakhs there? 15 lakhs. All right. These are some things that you should know. Now in terms of sections, what are the most important, guys? Section 6.1. Section 6 6. This is for additional conditions. And that conversion of resident to RN1, that's called deemed resident. That's called, because actually he's a non-resident. Actually we are assuming him to be a resident. That's called deemed resident. That's section 6(1) amendment. Are we okay with this guy? Yes. All right. Now, while this is the concept more or less, guys, I'm looking at the last concept, which is called deemed income, guys, which is here D. All right. I'll have to take a pause because I'm feeling perfect. And so we now come to the last concept of this chapter, which is deemed income, guys. Yes. Again, repeating concepts, we know. The more the sums you do, the more we'll get to know. So concept, we'll do it quickly and then we'll move on to sums. Guys, deemed, literally the word deemed means what? Anyone, what do you mean by deemed? Assumed. Guys, what does deemed means? Assumed. So there are some incomes where there is some confusion whether India should tax it, India should not tax, but India says no, 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 I want to tax it. And these incomes are called which incomes? Deemed income. Another section that you have to remember, the section is section 9(1). What is the section, guys? Guys, you have to by heart. This chapter is important. Sections are important. 4-5 sections you have to by heart here. And there are 8 such deemed income. The shortcut is ISSD IRF gives. Everyone okay? Can we repeat the shortcut? ISSD IRF gives. Now stop, sit back and understand. All these incomes are earned by non-resident. Who is earning this income, guys? Non-resident. And these incomes are earned by a non-resident who is sitting where? Abroad. Then why does India want to tax it? Because it has some connection with which country, guys? India. Yeah. So let's see what is the connection of India, guys. And this is a non-resident. Let's call him non-resident A. Guys, he's earning dividend. He's earning what? Dividend. I'm giving you an example, guys. He is abroad. He's earning dividend also abroad. Can we tax him? No. But he's earning dividend from Indian companies. Which companies? Indian companies. Guys, your job for the next 5 minutes is very simple. You have to tell me the India connection. What is the India connection in this dividend, guys? The company is in India. He might be sitting abroad, but the company is in India. So can we tax him? Yes. Next. He's earning some salary, guys. He's where? Abroad. Everyone. He's where? Abroad. He's earning what? Salary. But the salary is being paid by the government of India. Everyone. Who's paying salary? Government of India. Everyone okay with this? So when the government of India, guys, not Reliance, not Adani, when the government of India pays salary, we'll tax it here. But not the allowances, not the only the salary. All right. Next. Guys, where is the non-resident? Abroad, but he's rendering some services in India, guys. What is S for? Services for which he's getting some income, and the services are rendered where, guys? In India. Example, guys, he's building a new bridge in Bangalore. He's doing the architectural work. So services are rendered where? In India. Do you spot the India connection? Very easy, guys. In the exam, you will see some India connection and you can tax it. So D for dividend, S for salary, S for services rendered in India. Next. Where is his non-resident? Abroad. He's earning some interest income. Guys. He's earning some. But sir, why is the government of India so interested? He is abroad. He's earning the interest abroad because it's the money that he has given as loan. Guys, when will you earn interest? When you give loan, that loan is being used where? In India. Everyone. Usage is in India. Next, that is interest. Next, royalty. Where is this guy? Abroad. What is he earning now? Why are we so bothered to tax his royalty of 10 lakhs, example, guys? Because the patent he's given, because on royalty, what do you earn royalty on? Patent. The patent is being used where? In India. And last, guys, he's earning fees for technical services. What is he earning? Again, guys, 10 lakh. Why are we so interested? Because he's earning some fees, but the technical services which he has given have been used where? In India. So IRF. Can we repeat? IRF. I for interest, R for royalty, F for. Just make sure in the exam you spot the word used. Used where? In India. The money was used in India. The patents were used in India. Technical services used in India. Are we okay, everyone? All right. Next, guys, who is this guy? Non-resident. Is he abroad? He's getting some gift. He's getting some gift more than 50,000 because you know from IFOS a little bit, you know that gifts only more than how many thousand? 50. So he's getting gift more than 50,000 from someone in India, guys. So in that case, guys, he will be taxed on gifts more than how many thousand? 50. Now, sir, what is included in gift? Right now, think about money. Right now, think about iPhone. Is it a gift? We'll not know. Laptop, whether it's a gift, we'll not know. We'll know in IFOS chapter. Right now, money more than how many thousand? Guys, 50,000. And the last one is slightly complicated. Hear me out. Where is his non-resident? Abroad. Guys, while he is abroad, he has some income from a business connection. Which connection? Business connection, which is in India. Let me explain, guys. This non-resident has made a game, guys. He's made a game. You can play this game online, and you can buy this game and play it on a PlayStation, etc. And how is he distributing the game in India, guys? He has a business connection. He's appointed we everyone. Where is this guy sitting? Abroad. He developed a game. How can you buy that game, guys? Me. I am his business connection sitting in Bangalore, Jayanagar. I have a shop, I have an agency, I have a website. You come to me and you buy it from me, guys. Are we okay? So, am I selling the game? For whom? For the non-resident, for which I'm getting a commission. 1 minute, guys. Game sold in India. That game was sold in India for 10 crore rupees. How much? My commission was 80 lakh. Will I be taxed in India? Yes. But what about this 10 crore? So the government said, listen, non-resident, where are you sitting? Abroad. But through a business connection, repeat, through a, are you earning that 10 crore in India? So we want to tax you. But of course, now you know tax well, guys. The government doesn't tax you on 10 crore. Your income is 10 crore, your expenses will minus, and then on the net income we tax you. Under which head of income? PGB. Are we okay? Can we repeat? Guys, where is this person? Abroad. Did he develop a software video game? He is selling it through me in which country? India. I will be taxed on commission income. That I'm not talking about that. The 10 crore of sales, guys, can that be taxed in India? Yes, because he has a business connection. Which connection? Business connection. Guys, the business connection, I can be sitting in Jayanagar, I can be sitting in Mumbai, I can be sitting abroad. Doesn't matter where I'm sitting. The territory doesn't matter, guys, as long as I'm selling it on his behalf in India. Are we okay with this? Yes. This is ISSDIRF. Can we recap? Guys, these are called which income? Deemed income. Section is section 9. All right. Crew member of ship concept, yes, I will discuss it. Great, Anirudh. If you have any concept like that, just ping and I will discuss those also. I missed out one point. I missed out counting days. I'll teach you how to count days. But anyways, this is deemed income section 9.1. And how many deemed incomes, guys? 8. And you have to quote the section. This is 9.1.1. This is 9.1.2. This is 9.1.3 like that. And guys, these are very simple. This is dividend. This is salary. This is services. What is important is IRF. What is important is gifts. And what is important is income from which connection? Business connection. So that means, guys, now you can be sitting in any corner of the world, including Iceland. But if you have some income from these connections, can we tax it in India? Yes. Now, exception. Is this interest? Where are you? Where are you sitting? Abroad. Non-resident? A. Everyone. I want more answers. Non-resident? A. Where is he sitting? There is a non-resident B. Where is he sitting? Abroad. And he is given a loan to non-resident B. Everyone hear me out carefully. Complex concept. There is non-resident A gave a loan to whom? Non-resident B. Example 1 crore. How much? Loan is never taxed. Loan is, can we repeat once again? Loan is given to you, taken it back, so it's not taxed. On that loan, guys, non-resident B is paying what? Interest of, let's say, 10 lakhs. Everyone. Interest of how many lakhs? Both of them are abroad. Both of them are abroad. Entire transaction is happening. Can we tax it? No. Unless non-resident B. With that 1 crore of money, you have used it where? In India. You have used it in, but only for what purpose? PGB. If you use it for any other purpose like income generating activity, example, non-resident B buys some shares in it, then we will not tax it. Very confusing, guys. Everyone hear me out well. Non-resident A, you guys. Non-resident B, you guys. You all gave them a loan of how many crore? 1 crore. Forget that number, guys. That number has no significance. It will never be taxed. You all paid them interest of how many lakh? 10 lakh. Hold that number. That income, can I tax it in India? Yes. Actually, no, but I can tax it if these guys use that 1 crore money in which country? For what purpose? Business and profession. If you all use it to buy shares or other income generating activity, then yes. So I'm giving you some examples. You all start a restaurant in India with that. Yes. So that restaurant income will be taxed. No, we are not talking about that restaurant income. We're talking about the 10 lakh interest. Now, can that be taxed? Yes. You all use that money to buy shares in India. No. So indirectly, the government wanted foreigners to buy shares in India, and hence they came up with this provision. Are we okay, everyone? Yes, please. All right. So these are the deemed incomes. Now, how do you calculate number of days in India? Someone asked me this question, so I'm going to give you an example, guys. Today is the 14th of July. You go abroad and you come back on 5th August, guys. Can you tell me the number of days you spent in India? Here, guys, and I will write it. You tell me, guys. First, yes, April, how many days? 30. May, 31. June, 30. July. Guys, you left on 14 July. So will you include 14? Yes. So the day you leave India also has to be included in India. Next, guys, you came back on which day? 5th. So will you include 5th? Now, sir, how will you calculate, guys? You have to follow only this method. Total days in August, 31 minus 5 plus 1. Why plus 1? Because I have to also include 5th August. So please, 31 minus 5 plus 1, how much is that? 27 days of August. Then, guys, September, October, November, December, Jan, Feb, and March. Are we okay with this? This is how you calculate number of days. But if you're someone who's working on a ship, someone who's working on a ship, then in that case, the day you leave India, which is which day, you will not take. So you will take only how many days? 30. And you will not take 5th August. So you will only take how many days? 26. Are we okay with this? Someone who's working as a crew member on a ship. Okay. Any other concept, guys, that you want me to revise? Let me know online. Perfect. Great answers. This is where I'm going to put a full stop on the concepts. We've spent about half an hour on the concepts. Yes. Ideally, I wanted to spend even lesser time, but no problem, guys. Half an hour is great. Now, doesn't matter which book you're studying from. You're studying from my book, you're studying from some other book, handwritten notes, doesn't matter. Concepts and here, whichever book you're studying. No book can teach you a different way of counting days. No book can teach you different sections of 6-1 and 6-6. You've done it. Now it's all about looking at more and more sums. Now, of course, this folder will be shared by you. Guys, have a look. This is a fast track folder, which is here for the September batch, which is your September and Jan 26 also. And here, guys, this is, I'll tell you a couple of things that you should. This is a fast track DT important points. Which chapter did we just do, guys? Residential status and scope of income. See if you're understanding these concepts, guys. Do you know what is section 6.1a? 6.1 is for individual, guys, that deemed resident. Yes. Next, deemed income. Section 9.1 ISSD IRF gives. And these are practical questions from ICM material, which you should know. So we'll be solving anyways all ICM material questions. All right. So this is something that will be shared with you. This is the quick book. If you had to do this chapter from this quick book here, just check for section 6.1. All right. I don't know if you've seen this quick book, but this quick book is just a very quick summary, guys. Who is an Indian resident and citizen, guys? Citizen is someone whose passport is Indian. Person can be a resident or non-resident. Resident is taxed on. Non-resident is only taxed on dear income. Guys, this is dear income. Then, guys, so this is all that we know, guys. Do you know what is CM is? Dear plus one. All that we just read is all this is here. Guys, do you see EV? Employment and visiting. Do you see which mode? Flashback. So all this is here, guys. So everything that we just discussed is all summarized here in this quick book till here. All right. Now, guys, while concept, whichever book you do from is done, now I'm opening up to sums. So how do you do the sums, guys? Here is a DT scanner. Yes, some of you guys have seen it, some of you guys haven't seen it, but this is what I'm looking at. Guys, I'm introducing the scanner for those who haven't seen it, guys. This is an Excel sheet scanner. And every chapter, guys, I have given the sum which have come in the exam or an RTPs, and you have to basically, I've divided into easy sums. So these are the easy sums that have come in the exam. These are the medium sums and these are the difficult sums that have come in the exam. Yes. The idea is to do all the sums, read up, make a decision on all that, and at least write about 2-3 sums in a fair manner, ideally choosing the most difficult ones so that we are able to answer in the exam. Yes, that's the idea. So let's pick up one by one. This is question number 2A, May 19 ICA paper. I'm going to put it up here. And ideally, guys, let's count the number of sums here. How many sums here, guys? 8. 8 plus 8, 16. 16 and 6. 22. If you do these sums, I don't think there can be anything beyond this chapter that comes in the exam. Yes, it will cover everything because there are difficult. In fact, there are some chapters which are very difficult also. So I've categorized them in a manner that what you feel like. If you feel very confident about a chapter, straight to difficult and very difficult. Yes. So you can target it like that, and this is how we will run it through. We will start with the easy sum so that you get an idea. This is question number 2A, May 19 ICI paper. Everyone, ready for? Put the papers also here only. Yes, everything is here only. So this is May 19. All right. This is question number 2A. Okay. Now, ideally, guys, when you solve a question like this, you have to have a rough paper. Even if you're doing it, reading it, you have to have a rough paper. And that's why you will take your books now. I'll tell you what to do. Your rough paper and your fair all will be on one book only, guys. So if you have a handwritten book, write the heading, a chapter's name, residential status and scope of income. Yes, this is an easy sum, so you should be fairly okay and you should be able to answer this very quickly. We'll pick up one from easy, one from medium, one from difficult, and that's how we'll move ahead. Yes. All right. Dividing the class, you guys are ROR, you guys are RNOR, because we don't have the time to do both together. So you all do for ROR, you all do for RNOR. These are the incomes. Read, put them in respective columns, try first, and then I'll discuss and we'll do it together as well. You guys all ROR. Which incomes will be taxable? Global. You guys are RNOR. Which income will be taxable? DO plus 1. People online, you all can either solve it for ROR or RNOR, whichever you feel, and then we'll discuss both. We'll time it. Each question should not take more than 5 minutes. For ROR, just be careful of RP remittance and past dues. For RNOR, DR plus 1 is something. India connection is what you have to keep looking at. Wait, once you find an answer, guys, total it up, get the total final number. All right, since it's an easy question, guys, we'll not spend too much time on it. We'll quickly recap it, guys. Yes, let's talk about ROR first. Yes, one by one, you can tell me the first one. How much will be taxed? Full 2 lakh, guys. Income from a business in India is what? 2 lakh. And the business, we don't have to see, guys. The moment there is an income, we'll tax the entire amount. So that is 2 lakh. Continue the same person. We'll ask one person only the entire question. So you can answer. Continue. Yes, we don't have to look at controlled also. Any income will be taxed. So how much will be taxed here? 70,000. All right. Continue. Excellent. The word is not exempt. It is not within the scope of income as per section 5. So will it be taxed? No. All right. Continue. Yes, 4 lakh. Full amount, guys. ROR, that's why, guys, it's very easy. Next, agriculture income. Yes, will it be taxed? Only because it's in Bhutan. If it was in India, then it would be exempt. I'm not done that chapter, but exemption is under section 10(1). So how many thousand here? 90,000. And here, taxable? Yes. Only thing is we've not discussed house property. It's just a small pro tip. In the exam, house property always by default take a how much percent standard deduction? 30%. Unless they've given its computed base. If they see income received and all, so give 30%. Please take 73,000, 51, 100. Please total up all these numbers, guys, everyone, and tell me the final number. 8 lakh 11,100. This is for R. Yes, we go to this side, we ask you for R and OR, which are the incomes taxable, and you have to give me the reason why they're taxable. Yes, 1 minute. The first one.
So the whole 2 lakhs.
The whole, because it's in which country, guys? India. Keep looking at the India connection. Or the next one.
70,000.
Why 70,000?
With its control.
All right. So now here is an important concept, guys. Everyone watch. For R and OR, what are the 5 letters? Dear plus 1. Everyone watch, please, guys. Dear plus 1. How much was controlled from India? Full. So, guys, plus 1 is how many thousand? 70. How much was received in India? 20. So, R received is how much, guys? 20. So, for the same business, if there are 2 incomes, then you will take whichever is higher. So, how much will I take here? 7. Guys, these kind of concepts, if I explain to you, you'll not understand. But through a sum, you'll understand very easily. All right, continue. This one? Not taxable. This one?
Not used. Yeah.
Excellent, guys. You have to see used in India. You're not used in India, so not taxable. This one? Not taxable. No India connection. This one? No India connection. So total is how much, guys? 2,70,000. Are we okay with this, guys? Yes. So this was a question. This would have ideally got you how many marks? 7. But very easy question. Yes. Now, guys, I want you all to start imagining. Guys, you will tell me if this had to be written in the exam. Imagine and tell me how would you start this. See the last line. What is the last line? Compute. So that is your heading, guys. Computation of gross total income of Mr. Subhash Chandra for year 1920 PY 1819. Particulars ROR RNOR. Guys, and you will write these lines, and if it's taxable, you'll put the number. If it's not taxable, put a dash. Are we okay? And you have to imagine a table like this. ROR total up 8,11,100. RNOR total up 2,70,000. That brings us to the end of the first sum. Let's go to the next one. Guys, question number 2A1, May 23 ICI paper. So we're straight jumping to May 23 ICI paper. Question number 2A, the first one. All right. Again, guys, because it is categorized as easy, we'll not spend too much time. It's right now 4:12. We'll get the next 2-3 minutes. All of you all will read this, make up your mind, and then we will discuss. Yes. Okay, this is the question, Mr. Chairchan. This scanner will be with you also, so you don't have to write anything. Just in your rough note, whenever you're solving, try and solve in rough. Okay. This is like an exam sum, so you have to think if what if it comes in an exam, what is the kind of rough work you will do. The last line is determine residential status of Mr. Jaychand. So please look at residential status, section 6.1. Yes, Pranit, the untaxed income from England part. So untaxed, basically, even if it's untaxed, it belongs to a previous years. And hence, this year you will not consider it. Whether it's a ROR, RNOR, doesn't matter. This year you will not consider. This is called the past years. Past years are in the past, you have to ignore them. That's how it is. Chavi, RP is remittance and past years income. Yes. A small pro tip, guys, instead of looking for everything, look for 182 days. Yes, because that question everyone has to answer. So first only look for 182 days. By the way, the year is 22-23. Previous year 22-23. RNOR, any other answers? RNOR. And will I check for amendment then? So amendment only got the answer. Okay. Let's quickly see, guys, everyone. Guys, how many days has he stayed in India in the year 22-23? Zero. So his answer is 0 days, guys. Yes. So what does he become if it's 0 days? NR. But NR, guys, can I convert to RNOR? For that, I will look at AIC1. Guys, is he an Indian citizen? Yes. Is his Indian income more than 15 lakhs? Check, guys. Income from commercial building in Delhi, 12 lakh. Why did I not minus 30%? Income from a retail store, 4.5 lakh. Total of 16 and a half. Is the Indian income more than 15 lakh? Yes. And what is the condition, guys? Is he taxed in any country as a resident? Where is that written? Does not tax in any country as a resident, guys. So in that case, he will become a RNOR. The section you will use is section 6(1)(a), deemed resident. Are we okay? Now the presentation, everyone. Also, let's finish this one also. Will your answer change if he's a citizen of country X? So here your answer was, let's check, guys. If he's a country of citizen X, then we can't use this one. Why not? He has to be an Indian citizen. And AIC2 also will not apply because, guys, for two, how many days you have to stay in India? So your answer will change. He will still remain what? Are we okay with this, guys? Now, how do you present this, guys? It's only for 3 marks. So you cannot write a full story with music and dance and all this. You'll waste a lot of time. So how will you attempt this question? First, guys, always facts, law, conclusion. What are the facts? Jaychand stayed in India for 0 days in the previous year 22-23. His Indian income from commercial building in Delhi and retail store totals up to 16 lakh 50,000. Full stop. That's the facts because 3 marks only. Next paragraph. As per section 6(1)(a), directly, yes, directly. As per section 6(1)(a), since he's a Indian citizen, first bullet point. Second bullet point, Indian income is more than 15 lakhs. Third point, he is not taxed in any country as a resident. He will be considered as a RNOR. Conclusion, thus Mr. Jaychand will be considered as a RNOR for previous year 22-23, assessment year 23-24. Full stop. Next. In case he is not a Indian citizen, section 6(1)(a) will not apply. Full stop. Next line. Since his stay in India is how many days? 0 days. The condition under section 6(1) are not applicable. Thus, he will be considered as a non-resident for which year? Previous year 22-23, assessment year 23-24. Make sure it's in paragraph. Make sure it's slightly separated so that the person who's checking knows. And ultimately, guys, the last line has to be a conclusion every time. So for this, what will be your last line? What is the conclusion for this? That he's a, for this, what will be the conclusion? That he's a non. So person who's checking, guys, because see, ultimately it's not about what you do here. It's about some person sitting on a couch at a house in Delhi or in Indore or in Pune or in, let's say, Chennai. Some person is sitting on a couch at 10:30 at night and checking your paper. Maybe your TV is also on. Maybe we don't know. So when that person is checking, you have to think. Then when they see the right answer at the bottom, guys, they will tick mark. They will see some sections and they'll give you the marks. Yes. So even for the laziest examiner, we should be ready. All right. So this is the question. Any questions? Any doubts, etc. Okay. Everyone. All right. Yes. Ideally, I'll make you by heart 30 sections. Please do it. With our class, even if you 30 questions over 30 sections over 10 days, that is only 3 sections a day. By heart. So in this chapter, section 6(1), 6(1)(a), 9. 3 sections by hearted. More or less, those are the sections that are asked in this. Yes. So let's start with the intention that I at least learn 30-40 sections. Yes, all right. Guys, that's the next one. Let's see the next one. Question number 2B, November 23 ICI paper. All right. Now let's do one more thing. Since we are in class, you tell me, guys, the first question and the second question, were they truly easy for you? Yes. All right. So if I'll of course give you the sheet later on and we can fill it up also. If there's something which you feel you want to do it again, let's highlight it. Yes, and I'll share the sheet with you guys so you all can work on that. Of course, I feel the difficult ones are definitely you should do. Because if you do the difficult ones and go to the exam, your mindset will be like, I can tackle this, I can tackle the exam question. So, all right. So anytime we find something very difficult, we'll highlight it even in the easy and medium ones. Question number 2B, November 23. All right, this is question number 2B. Yes. Ignore what has been written, guys, on the sides. Compute taxable income if he is a RNOR and if he is what, guys? NR. So you guys, you all will solve for RNOR DR plus 1, India connection, and you all will solve for NR, India connection again. Over to you all guys, please. We'll time it. It's right now 4:19, 4:22. 3 minutes for you guys individually. Yes, please, it's your classroom. If it is very cold, you can manage the temperature. Yes, don't worry. Don't get uncomfortable. Great, Ankita, Chavi, Pranit. Anything else, Anirudh? Anything that you want particular help on, let me know in the chat box. All right, let's start here. No matter if you've not finished, also, whatever you've done, we can try. The second person, yes, we can try. Whatever you've tried, you were trying to do R and OR. So let's start the first one. How much is taxable in the first one? 20,000 because received in India. So 20,000. Yes. The next one, because it is for a business in India. So 5,000. All right. Next, royalty because not received in India. And last one, but it is controlled from India. Na? So 15 or 25. But received is only 15, whichever is higher. So how much will be your guys? 25. 25 plus 25, how much is that? 50,000. That's for R. Yes, we move here to the next person. ROR. This is 20,000. No, sorry, my bad. It is NR. Again, guys, same. This is how much? 20,000. Next one is 5,000. Next one is, and this one, why 15? There is no plus one here. So it's only your income, and this is received in India only. So we don't have to see this. So how much here, guys? 15,000. So the difference is here it is 40,000. Are we okay with this? Yes. This came in a very recent paper, guys. November 23. Looking at it, it's not too far back, and it's something that is recent. So this can come in the exam as well. All right. Checking how many marks. How many marks is this? 4. Guys, quickly, can you imagine the table? Can you tell me how do you start this? Computation of taxable income for Mr. Sanjay for AY 23-24, PY 22-23, particulars ROR and RNOR. Yes, or sorry, ROR and NR. And ideally, first complete one table, then complete the other. And whichever is not taxable is not within the scope of income as per section 5. All right. He'll be writing also, but this is another sum down. Now this is RTP of May 2020, question number 7. Nice. Yes, here we go. This is an RTP. And that's it, guys. I'm telling you, this is exam ready. You solve the concepts one day before the exam, do some sums from this scanner, or do the ones that you highlight. Even when you're preparing today, forget any book, any sum. Just do these. I'm telling you, this has covers every concept that you need to test for your exam. Just the more you do these sums, the better it is for you as compared. Of course, ICI material also, but ICI material somewhere the you must have done this before. I put it in my book. So there is some part of by hearting you do the sum, which is not great. So these bring some newness to the solving. May 2020, question number 7. So this is May 2020, question number 7. All right. This is the person. Let's solve. This is Sridhar. You will read all of you. It's 4:25. You'll get 3 minutes for this. This is the year 1920. People, you all can also, you have to calculate this gross total income. So people online, you all can also calculate this gross total income and tell me one answer. All right, good. We'll wait for another 1 minute for everyone to finish. All right, so I've got some answers. Mahesh, you've given me answer. Shivakumar, I think that's the last answer. Waiting, more people can also answer online. All right. Let's start first, second, third person. Yes. Who is this person? Sridhar. Indian citizen. Has he stayed in India for 182 days? No. How do we know, guys? He did not come to India at all. So then, guys, what is he becoming? Non-resident. And can non-resident be converted into a RNOR also? Yes. But for that, let's just check the income, guys. What is the rent? But this is Australia, Indian income, guys. 4,500. Is this also Indian income? Yes. So roughly about 9, and allowances are not taxed, you know, guys. Yes. So 4,500, 9 lakh 25. Is it going more than 15 lakh? No. So in my head, I'm not checking for any amendment, guys. Yes. So what does this person become? Taxable only on which income? Dear income. That means should have some connection with India. Rent from a house situated at Australia, received in Australia, thereafter remitted to Indian bank account. The way I look at it, guys, wait, watch. In my exam, I will take a pencil and I will cancel this because you have to ignore. Now read it again, guys. Rent from a house in Australia, received in Australia. Will it be taxed? No. So Chavi, you had a question on our RP. This is the RP. So this is remittance. It will not be taxed again. Are we okay? Everyone understanding? Next, interest from a post office saving bank account in India, guys, 4,500. But if you remember, guys, yes, there is an exemption. We had done in a chapter called exempt income. If you don't know, I'll teach you. Guys, if you have a post office savings account and if you earn some interest, then up to 3,500 it will be exempt. So how much will be taxable here, guys? Only 1,000. All right. Remit is always ignored. Perfect. Yes. Salary from the government of India, will it be taxable? Yes. But remember, we've not done this again, guys. But salary chapter, just like house property has a standard deduction of 30%, salary always has a standard deduction of 50. So in the new scheme, 75, yes. But right now, focus all your energies on the old. If you do from day one old new together, you'll get confused. Yes. So as per the old scheme, salaries always get a standard deduction of 50. So 9 lakh 25 minus 50. 8 lakh 75,000. And what about foreign allowances? Yes, if you get salary, we'll tax those, but allowances we will exempt. So how much is taxable here? So total is 8 lakh 76,000. Everyone okay? Yes, you will tell me exactly word by word how will you present this answer in the exam. Everyone, let's start. Computation of gross total income. I want more answers, guys. Computation of gross total income of Mr. Sridhar. Of for which year? 1920, assessment year 2021, particulars, amount. First, rent from a house situated in Australia, received in Australia, is not within the scope of income of Mr. Anuradh as per section 5. But guys, you have to conclude on that non-resident also. So you'll write working note 1. In working note 1, you will write that he's a non-resident. Yes, are we okay? And so amount will be how much? 0. Next line. Interest on post office saving bank account in India, inner column, 4,500 less, exempt under section 10. If you remember, if you can't, 10 15, 10 15 if you can, otherwise 10 is okay, guys. Yes. And how much is exempt? 3,500. So underline outer column, how much? 1,000. Next, salary from government of India, inner column, 9 lakh 25,000 less, standard deduction under section 16(1)(a). Which section? When we do salaries, we'll remember, we recollect this. How many thousand? 50,000. Outer column, 8 lakh 75. And last, foreign allowances received from government of India will be exempt as per section 10(7). If you remember, otherwise section 10. And how much is that be? 0. Underline, guys, last line will be therefore. Gross total income is equal to 8 lakh 76,000. Working note 1. Guys, everyone, you tell me working note 1. How will you write working note 1? During the year 1920, Mr. Sridhar did not visit India. Since he did not visit India, he will not fulfill the conditions under section 6(1) and hence he will be considered as a non-resident. Are we okay with this, guys? Why working note? Because they've not asked for that. What have they asked for? Income. So that will be the main highlight and the working note will be the residential status. Everyone okay with this? Yes. This is another sum which I thought was okay and easy. If you anytime feel, guys, a sum is difficult, we can mark it. Yes. Yes. Serving in was transferred to the Indian embassy in Australia. So if you remember, we tax our people. If ISSD, IRF, if you remember that S part, there is a person working abroad. And who's employing him? Government of India. So this is that same case. You are sitting in Australia, but who's employing you? Government of India. When they pay you salary, it's deemed income taxable in India. We had a shortcut called V tax our people. Do you remember? This is the one. Yes. But allowances are exempt. Yes. Guys, everyone, I'm going to clarify this doubt. All of you guys work for the government of India. Work where? In different countries, Australia, Dubai, US, UK, Finland, Iceland, etc. Guys, will you all get salaries from India? Your salary will be taxed in India, and all the allowances which you'll get will be, but this is only on one condition, guys. You should be paid by the government of India. Are we okay with this? Yes. All right, people, good answers there. Anirudh, Mahesh, Shivakumar, everyone's doing good. Let's move ahead, guys, to the next question. Guys, question number 9, RTP November 20. Closing this one. Yes, this is question number 9. All right, I'm just going to make sure it's on one page. not happening on one page. Yes, okay. All right. Yes, we've been in class for about 1 hour, 25 minutes, guys. We can take a break after 1.5 hours. After this, some if you want 5 minutes, we can take a break. But right now, let's look at this question number 9. Everyone, please read. It's 4:34, 3 minutes for this sum. Over to you. Basically, he's an Indian citizen, guys, and you need to find out residential status of which year? 1920. Over to you all. Make sure you remember Indian citizen, guys. I'm writing here, this is an Indian citizen, and you have to find out for the year previous year 1920. Yes, people online also. Maybe this is a slightly challenging sum. I'll give you a small pro tip, guys. When there are so many details, only look for 182 days. That's the only. Don't look at previous year, preceding year. Only look at answer the first question, which is 182 days. All right, let's try. Slightly different question, guys. What have they asked you for? They want to know his residential status. Guys, first only, I know that whatever he is, whether he's an Indian citizen, whether he's working on a ship, one thing is common, guys, that in this year, has he stayed in India for how many days? 182 days. Let's calculate, guys. For the year 1920, guys, he left India. Date entered into the continuous discharge certificate in respect to joining the ship. He joined the ship on 16th August. So was he there in April? May, June, July, and how many days of August should I take, guys? 15. Next, guys, September, October, November, December, till Jan he was not there. January, how many days? 31 minus 21 plus 1 should I do? No. So how many days? 10. February, is this a leap year? Yes, so I'll do 29, but of course your exam is not a leap year, guys, and 31. So total is up to how much, guys? 30. Yes, we'll remove 27 days later. So if you can total this up right now, 207. Now in June 2019, he had gone out of India to Dubai on a private tour for a continuous period of how many days? So I'm going to remove 27 days here. So 207 minus 27, how much is that? 180, guys. So this is 180 days. Now tell me, if he's in India for 180 days, will he fulfill this condition? No. Second condition, will it apply to him? Guys, I told you, the moment he's an Indian citizen, you have to be a little careful, guys. Is he an Indian citizen? And is he leaving abroad for employment? Yes. So this which condition will not apply? Second, so what does he become, guys? Non-resident. Then does it matter what he was doing in the last 4 years? No. Are we okay with this? Yes. Now it's a little dubious and it's a little dicey, guys, because they said that he had gone out to Dubai for how many days? 27. Now, if he has gone outside for a continuous period of 27 days, and you assume that this 27 days has 1 day of going and 1 day of coming, then guys, you will not minus 27, you will only minus 25. So this will become how many days? 180. So guys, on assumption, both are right answers because the language is like this. So one answer is he what? Is he what? Now let's put the second answer, guys. As for second answer, guys, his stay in India is exactly. So what does he become? Resident. But don't worry, you'll get the answer. Now, as a resident, guys, ROR, RNOR, guys, flashback mode. Everyone check. In the last 4 years, he has spent in India how many days? Doesn't matter. In the last 7 years, he has spent in India how many days? 830. Guys, if he spent in India 830 days, is he fulfilling that 7 year criteria? Yes. And in the last 10 years, in the last, he has to be a resident in at least 2 years. If you assume that also, then he will become what? ROI. But what is the easier option, guys? The easier option is this one. So you can follow that, assuming that his 27 days are days abroad only. Yes, not the day of leaving India and assuming. So we can safely assume that he's a non-resident. Yes. I'm moving this question. This is question number 9. I'm moving this from easy to something that is difficult because I felt it was a little tricky for some of you guys. So I'm moving it. If it's easy, no problem, guys. But I felt it was a little tricky. So I'm going to delete this line here, everyone. Now you tell me, guys, how will you present this, everyone? If you were writing an exam and you came across this, how will you present this, everyone? Facts, law, conclusion. Please tell me the facts. Mr. Dinesh is an Indian citizen working on board a foreign cruise ship. His stay in India was how many days? 180 days, excluding 27 days stay in Dubai. Assuming 27 days stay in Dubai. Next law, as per section 6(1). Hence, since he does not fulfill the condition of stay in India equal to or greater than 182 days, and the second condition does not apply to a Indian citizen living abroad for employment, he will be considered as a non-resident. Please tell me the conclusion. Thus, Mr. Dinesh will be considered as a non-resident for previous year 1920, assessment year 2021. What the examiner will check section 6(1), will check number of days and will check the conclusion. Are we okay with this? All right. Yes. We can take a small 5 minute to 3 minute breather, guys. Yes, and we can continue. If you want to change the temperature, you can go to the restroom, come back, and we'll continue. People online, if you have any answers or questions, you can let me know. Are both answers right? Yes, absolutely, both answers right. We'll get back in 5 minutes. All right, back again, guys. Back to calculators and back to more sums here. This is the next sum. This was question number 9. We'll go to the next one here, which is easy. Question number 6, RTP May 21. So RTP May 21. This is question number 6. All right, guys, it's an MCQ. Let's see how well we can solve this MCQ. Over to y'all. This has 2 more options at the bottom. I'll bring them up here. Yes, when you read a question like this, before reading the entire question, what I try to do is, because time is less in the exam, look at the last line. Determine what? His. So we're not looking at his wife, children, only him. You have to only focus on him and get his residential status and income taxable for which year? 21, 22, which is 2021. All right. First residential status always, guys. 2-3 minutes for everyone. People online also, we are back. We're not talking about activities that are not treated as business connection. That is now not a part of your portion. So those exceptions are not part of our portion now. Can you spot the charger? Charger just fell. Thank you. Next question already waiting. Again, guys, 2-3 minutes for all of y'all. As people online, y'all can give option. So I've already got Sushmita saying option C. Option D. Good, guys. We got variety. C and D both. We'll wait for a few more options. Option A and B are feeling bad, guys. Select them also. D, C, D. We are between C and D. All right. Let's check for 182 days, guys. Is he an Indian citizen? Yeah. So in your mind, exceptions, guys. AIC also, maybe second condition also. And he left India permanently with his wife in which year, guys? 2015. But is he coming to India? Yes. Every year from which date? 1st September to 31st Jan. Let's calculate the number of days. September, October, November, December, and Jan. How many days, guys? 153. Two or three? Three. Sure, right? Yes, all right. That matters. So this is not fulfilled. What about the second condition? Will I check? Is he an Indian citizen or a PIO? Yes. And is he visiting India? So which condition will not apply, guys? Second. Are we okay? So he becomes which resident? But can we convert him to R and OR? For that, let's check his Indian income, guys. His business income is 23 lakhs in Canada and 18 lakhs in India. So he's rich, guys. Yes. So AIC one, please check, guys. Is he an Indian citizen? Indian income more than? And is he taxed in Canada? He's not said that. That AIC one condition we cannot assume, guys. So this is not fulfilled. Yes. Let's check for the other one. AIC two. Is he an Indian citizen or PIO? Yes. Is he Indian income more than 15 lakh? Yes. And condition, guys. This year, how many days? 120. Is it being fulfilled? Yes. And last 4 years, how many days? 365, guys. Everyone take your calculators. 153 into 4 years. Is he fulfilling this? Yes, guys. So he'll now become a RNOR, basically a deemed resident. So he's a resident but not ordinary resident. But now which income will be taxable in India? 18 lakhs or 23.5? Only 18 lakhs. So which answer is right, guys? Resident but not ordinary resident and 18 lakhs from Indian retail trade business would only be taxable. Deemed resident and 18 lakhs from Indian retail trade would only be taxable. So which is the right answer, guys? Yes, D. No, actually, the right answer is C. The deemed resident concept, guys, is only section 6(1)(a), AIC 1. Okay, actually, no, this is the right answer, deemed resident. You're right. Because, guys, he was actually a non. We converted him to a RNOR, so that's a deemed resident concept, and 18 lakhs from Indian retail trade business would be taxable. Yes. Everyone who's got answer D is the right answer. People who got answer C is also right, but the main term is not RNOR, guys. What is it called? Deemed resident. Yes, so the answer is deemed resident. Everyone okay? Why deemed resident? Because he's actually a non-resident, but we are converting him. That's why the deemed resident concept is more important here. Everyone good? I'm again moving this one also, guys, from question number 6. I'm moving in from here and I'm moving to difficult. Every time we are stuck somewhere or we have multiple different views, then I'll move it to difficult. Yes. All right. Perfect. We move to question number 9, RTP May 22. Ending this year. RTP May 22, question number 9. All right, everyone, this is 6, 7, 8 incomes. I don't know how to put it on one page. We'll try. Perfect. Guys, this is what it is. Everyone, let's read. From the following particulars of Ashutosh, who's how many years old? 65. You have to compute a total income. Guys, you know the drill. ROR, NR. Yes, there is no R and OR here. So there is no dear income. You guys will be taxed on which incomes? Global, because ROR. You guys will be taxed on which incomes? Dear. Over to y'all, guys. People online, y'all can choose whether you all want to solve it for ROR or you all want to solve it for NR. This is ROR, this is NR. All these for most of you guys will be new questions because most of you guys have solved Isha's book questions or ICM material questions. So this will bring some new variety to your understanding as well. Yes, people online also, I'm waiting for a number answer. You can put across one number as your answer for ROR and one for NR. Yes, total of those numbers, get a one final number. Is it free? What is free? As in, Santosh, not getting your question. All right, let's talk to someone here. One, two, three people have answered. Let's move to you. I'm just going to read and you tell me if it's taxable. The first one, this is for ROR. Generally, everything is taxable. Capital gain on scene of land where? In Jaipur. Then should we read ahead? No. Is it taxable? Yes. How much will be taxed? 1,50,000. Next. Rent from a property in Delhi let out to a branch of a foreign company. Guys, is it taxable? Yes, but you have to minus 30%. So you'll minus 36,000. How much is that? 84,000. Agriculture income from a land in Nepal, is it taxable? Yes. How much? 55,000. Interest on saving bank account in UCO Bank Delhi, will it be taxable? Yes. How many thousand? Stop, stop, stop. If you remember, guys, because you are saving money in a bank, the government said, of course, not from this chapter, The government said because you're saving money and you're 65 years old. How many years old, guys? I would like to give you a deduction under section 80 TTA or TTB. Do you remember those sections? If not, let me help you guys. These are two deduction sections which come after gross total income. What have they asked you to find out? Guys, what have they asked you to find out? So you have to minus deduction. So under 80 TTB, you get a deduction up to 50,000. Up to how many thousand? 50. So how much is the interest? So will you get a deduction? So at the end, guys, I will give a deduction of how many thousand? 18,000 under section called 80 TTB. If you don't remember this, no problem. Give it up. Guys, we'll learn it when deduction chapter is revised. Next, income earned from business in London, which is controlled from Delhi. Yes, the same person will answer. Is it taxable? How much? 60,000. Gift received from his daughter on his birthday. We haven't done it. But guys, gifts received from relatives, is the intention to make money? No. So that's why it is not be taxable. If you don't remember this, no problem, give it up. Yes, IFOS will do this. Past foreign taxed income brought to India. Someone online had asked this doubt, guys. What about past foreign guys tax income? Will it be taxed again? No. Taxed or untaxed? Which year it belongs to? Past. Past has gone, guys, so ignore it. And last, fees for technical services, will it be taxable? Yes. How much? 12,000. Please add these numbers, everyone. 1 lakh 50, 84, 55, 18, 60, 12 minus 18. 3 lakh 61,000. All right. 1, 2. Did you answer? Yes. So person behind. Yes. Let's talk about non-resident. For non-residents, very simple. Check for which connection? India connection. All right. The first one. Is there an India connection? Yes. What is the India connection? Land is in Jaipur. So how much, guys? 1 lakh 50,000. Next. Is there an India connection? Yes. So it's again here, guys, 84,000. This. No India connection, not within the scope of income as per section 5. Next. 18,000. Will you get this? Yes, but here, guys, again, I don't know if you know 80 TTB well, guys, but section 80 TTB is only given to residents. If you don't, let's ignore this 18,000 right now. Doesn't matter, guys. If this is confusing you, remove it, guys. We don't know 80 TTB right now, so we'll only focus till gross total income. Everyone okay? Yes. All right. Next. But will it be taxable 18,000? Yes. Next. Excellent, guys. Control we don't have to see because he's a NR. We don't have to see +1. So how much is received in India? 35. Stop, stop, stop. What it was R and OR? Then received in India is 35. But controlled is +160. So which one will you take? 60. All right. Guys, next. Gift received from daughter. The intention is not to make money. Past income not to make money. And this 12,000, guys. Check. If the business is it used in India, guys? No, so not taxable. Please total up 1 lakh 50, 84, 18, 35. 2 lakh 87,000. Guys, these numbers are not total income. I've calculated till gross total income. Everyone okay with this? Yes, yes, yes. Again, I feel this is a question which was nice and something that can move from here. This is which paper? May 22. So I'm moving it from May 22 here to difficult here, guys. This is May 22. It's not really difficult, but then this list becomes a list that you only do, guys, later on. Yes, if you avoid this list also easy, it's okay. You only look at the D1, so we don't have to highlight. We'll just move the questions there. All right. Everyone, we're looking at question number 9 again of November 22 RTP this time. While I move ahead, guys, if you have any doubts, ask me, raise that doubt. Let's address. Question number 9 again. All right. Determine what? Residential status and compute his total income. All right. We'll try to get it on the same page. 1 second. Okay, great. Over to you all, guys. It's right now 5:04. The next 3 minutes are yours to find out his residential status. The year is 2122. And he's an Indian citizen. All right, one more minute and then we start discussing it. All right. Too many details. So where do we start, guys? We always start at 182 days. Yes, that's a secret crew getting this sum right. So previous year is which year? Was he in India for greater than or equal to 182 days? Let's check, guys. He's how many years old? 35. Worked in a company in Mumbai. He got a job offer from USA on which year, guys? Is it the last year? So this is not this year, guys. This is 2020. He left India for the first time, guys. First time means in his flashback mode, which country will you see? India. So if he happens to be a resident, he will be a ROR. All right. These are small subtle points, guys. He joined this company on 8th August. All this is last year's story. Don't bother. This is the year, guys. During the year 21-22, Tanush visited India from 25th May to 22nd September. Let's calculate, guys. May, how many days? 31 minus 25 plus 1. How many days? 7. 7, right? Yes. June, 30. July, 31. August, 31. One second. May, June, July, August, September. How many days? 22. Please total these days. 121. All right. Let's figure, guys. Is he fulfilling 182 days? No. Stop. Is he an Indian citizen? Yes. Is he moving abroad for employment? No. That happened last year. Guys, this year he's visiting, but of course, same. The second condition will not apply. But I'm just telling you, he moved abroad where last year. This time he's visiting. But anyways, guys, which condition will not apply? Second. So what does he become, guys? Non-resident. Everyone. Very clear, guys. Yes. So please, can someone tell me why are we not checking the second condition? EV. Whether it's E or whether it's V, we don't check the second condition. Guys, check his Indian income. Salary from USA, not Indian income. Is this Indian income? Yes. Is this Indian income? Exempt. Is it Indian income? Yes. Is this Indian income? Yes. So please total it up, guys. 5 lakh 50 and 4 lakh minus standard deduction of 30%, guys. How much is that? 2 lakh 80,000. So 5 lakh 50, 2 lakh 80 and 6 lakh. How much is that? 14 lakh. Guys, is he crossing the 15 lakh mark? No. So he will continue to be what, guys? Non-resident. Everyone, guys, please check AIC 1 and AIC 2. What is I for? Indian income. Indian income should be more than, it is not more than 15 lakhs. So I'm not checking, guys. What is the residential status? NR. Now he's a NR, guys. Everyone, please tell me which incomes will be taxable in India. Dear. You will tell me, is it dear income? Salary received in US? No. Dividend from Indian income? Yes. Agriculture income in Punjab? No. Rent received or receivable from a house property in Lucknow? Yes. But 4 lakh minus 1 lakh. So how much will that be? 2 lakh 80,000. And very careful, guys. This next income, is it taxable as a non-resident? No. Because received where? Set up in India. This is that plus one income, guys. This will not be taxed in India. Are we clear, guys? Yes. So his income is 5 lakh, 7 lakh. How much? 8 lakh 30,000. I'm not getting the confident answer, so I'm going to ask again. 1 minute, guys. Everyone, please tell me how many days did he stay in India? Is he meeting 182 days? Are you clear till here? Yes. Please tell me second condition did not apply. Why? EV. So he becomes a, I want very clear answer. Why did the non-resident not become a RNOR this time, guys? Because his Indian income is not more than 15 lakh. Now forget that RNOR concept, guys. Only figure on his NR. As a NR, guys, will 5 lakh 50 be taxed? Yes. Will 2 lakh 50 be taxed? 2 lakh 80. Why will 6 lakh not be taxed? Because, guys, it's a plus one. It's not in the dear income. So this one will not be taxed. So his total income is 8 lakh 30,000. Chandan has asked a question. See if you can answer this question. Sir, I have a doubt. He's a non-resident, but why should we check for plus one income? Chandan, only when we are converting him from NR to RNR, that time we check for plus one income. Should a class 10 guy see this? Yeah, definitely. Very important for your board exams. Yes. Please see it. Yeah. I don't know what you're doing here on class 10 Surut. Anyway, yeah. Yes.
the days calculation.
Yep.
They've given a period.
Yes.
And he's EVA there. So the date of here it won't matter because he's
No, he only if he's an employment on a foreign ship. Only that's that day counting is only for people who work on foreign ships. Yes. All right. Perfect. That's question number 9. Again, guys, I felt this question was something that we had to deliberate a little. So I'm moving this from here, question number 9 here to here. Yes. All right. Perfect. Guys, we now move to the medium questions. Yes. Let's see how many we can do. All obviously you're thinking it's a big list, but guys, we've moved a lot of questions from here. So a lot of these questions we've already done. So we don't have to look at that. Now the medium questions, yes. But what happens is after this, even if you don't look at anything else, guys, just we practice 2-3 sums, you are ready for the exam for this chapter. Yes. All right. Now a little bit more confidence, guys. Question number 4 in November 20 ICA paper. Let's try and see if you're able to answer that one. November 20, question number 4A. Perfect. Here we go. This is 1 minute. This is 3A. Question number 4A. Very, very simple. In that 1-2 parts have been removed, guys. Yes, this is a question that we've done in class also if you've been a part of my class. If you've not been a part of my class, no problem. We'll do it right now. Guys, I'm reading it. You guys will read this with me. Mr. Thomas is who? Non-resident. And he's a citizen of Japan. Enter in the following transactions. Examine this. So here they've told you also he's a non-resident. So we have to only check for India connection, which is DEAR. DEANR. Guys, the first one. Mr. Thomas is sitting somewhere in Japan. Should we tax his interest income? Let's see. Interest received from Marshall. One non-resident, another non-resident. Should we tax his interest income? No, unless he's using it in India for what purpose? Business and profession. The borrowed money was used by Mr. Marshall for investing in India's company's debt fund. So guys, will we tax this? No, this will not be taxed. Everyone, next. Received 10 lakhs in Japan for a business enterprise in India for granting license of computer software. Is this a royalty? Yes. And was it used in India? Yes. So will this be taxable? Yes. How many lakhs, guys? 10 lakhs. This one has now been removed from your part, guys. Yes. So I'm not even doing this. Next one. He entered into an agreement, guys. Who is this he? Thomas. Sitting in Japan, should we tax his income? He entered into agreement with SKK and Company for transfer of technical documents and design for providing services to set up a denim jeans manufacturing plant where, guys? Surat, India. Is it used in India? So will I tax this 10 lakh also? Yes. So 10 lakh plus 10 lakh, how much should we tax? 20. But guys, what have they asked you to do, guys? They asked you to comment. Give brief reasoning. So let's try and see how you will answer this in the exam. You will write question number 4A first. You tell me. Since the borrowed fund has been used in India for investing in Indian companies' debt and not for any business activity or professional activity, the same will not be considered as deemed income and will not be taxed as per section 9(1). Next one. Since the income is for granting of a license which has been used in India, this will be considered as deemed income as per section 9(1). Of course, you can write 915, 916 depending on that ISSD. Next one, we don't know. The next one, you tell me. Income of rupees 10 lakhs has been earned to give technical services for setting up a plant in India that has been used in India. Hence, it will be deemed income as per section 9(1). Of course, you can write 915, 916 depending on whatever you know, but otherwise 9(1) should also get your marks. All right. This is great. This is medium. I'm moving it from medium, guys, now. I felt this was not medium, guys. Is it easy? Yes. So can I move it here, guys? Yes. All right. Great. Okay, we'll do one more. Question number 2A, July 21 ICI paper. July 21, question number 2A. Okay, perfect. This is a 6 mark question. This is a lady called Rohini. Right now it's 5:16. The next 3 minutes are yours. Please find out residential status and then compute her total income. Don't compute her tax liability for now. Yes. Adhyayan, I hope you're focusing on class 10th only right now. It's too soon. Chandan, okay. Anyone else? Yes, that news agency concept itself has been removed. So the exceptions to business connection is no longer a part of your portion. So bullet info, can you give us some info about your name? Yes. And others also, if you can put your name, it'll be good. Is she an Indian citizen? Yes. How do you know, guys? Born. So the moment you know Indian citizen, you know there could be some exceptions also, like AIC1, AIC2, etc. So is Rohini a citizen or not? That's the question I'm asking. It's from it. Okay. Guys, let's quickly see, guys. Rohini is an Indian citizen. So first, only the question is of how many days? 182. Guys, is she in India for 182 days? She visited India for how many days? 60 days. So is she fulfilling this one? No. Why will I not check second condition? Because she's an Indian citizen and she's visiting India. So guys, what will she become? NR. And as an NR, can I convert her? But if you see her incomes, guys, very low incomes, guys. Are we interested in such people? No. We want to I mean, we want to convert only those people who are rich, guys. So those are the people we're interested in converting. So this is a non-resident, and let's see as a non-resident, which are the income which are taxable, guys. Pension received from the Russian government. Any India connection? No. Long-term capital gain for sale of land in New Delhi? Yes. Short-term capital gain on sale of Indian shares? Yes. Premium paid to Russian Life Insurance Corporation. Guys, this is under a section called ATC, but we are clearly staying away from deductions. We are only going to gross total income. Rent received from a property in New Delhi? Yes, but minus how many thousand? 18,000, 30%. That is how many thousand? 63,000. Sorry, my bad. I don't have a calculator. Total dependency on calculator. So this is how many thousand? 63. So can we total up 3 lakh, 4 lakh, 23,000. So that's her residential status and total income. Guys, how just mentally can you give me a framework on how will you solve this, guys? Yeah, take the start. Anyone, guys, start. Computation of total income or gross total income of Mrs. Rohini. But have they asked for residential status? And they've asked it upfront. So, guys, that we have to address first. So, first part will be determination of residential status of Mrs. Rohini for which year? PY 2021, AY 21-22, semicolon, next line. Facts. She's a Indian citizen and has not visited India during the previous year 2021. Full stop. Next, as per section 6.1, since she does not fulfill the basic, not we don't call it basic condition, since she does not fulfill the condition and she's an Indian citizen who is visiting India, hence she will be considered as a non-resident. Full stop. Then, guys, computation of total income for which we'll have a table, particulars and amount. Why is the first one not taxable? What will you write? Not within the scope of income as per section 5. Same way, guys, here, of course, you'll have to get a deduction, but I'm not talking about that. And this you will put in the inner column, you'll minus standard deduction. Any calculation, guys, will always be in which column? Inner. And if it's a final number, it will go to which column? Outer. So 63,000 will go to outer column. Are we okay? Guys, I think again, this is a question which is medium. Let it be here, guys. Yes. So this is something that we'll let it remain here. Good, guys. I can sense that you guys are answering faster and better. Question number 2A, December 21 paper next. All right. Everyone, question number 2A. This is again, some part of it we'll not be able to answer, but most we'll be able to answer. I straight away, there are 4 different people, 4 different scenarios. All of you all will read, make up your mind, and you need to give the tax implication of each. Let's solve this one by one. Read the first one. Good answers, Anirudh, Sushmita, Bindupriya, Pranit, good. Visiting, yes. Yes, guys. Is Rahul an Indian citizen working abroad for Government of India? Yes. So salary, will it be taxable? Yes. But you'll give a standard deduction of 50. So how much will be taxable? 7. And allowances will be exempt. All right. Guys, the second one we can't do right now. That exception has been removed. The third one. Slightly tricky, guys. The third one, be careful. All right. Let's discuss. Mr. Naveen is a Mr. Rakesh is a why are we so bothered, guys? When two non-residents are interacting, why are Indians so curious about two people who are non-residents? Guys, they are earning what? Royalty, which is used in India. Guys, so who's the one who's earning it? Let's see, guys, who's earning it? Naveen. So let's talk about Naveen, guys. Is he a non-resident? So he'll be taxed on which income? Dear. Please tell me, is it used in India? That concept is in dear, guys. So if it's used in India, guys, then how many lakhs will be taxable? 3 lakh. But out of that, how much is received in India? So received in India says how many lakh? One. So now you know for the same income, if you get two numbers, take whichever is higher. I know everyone understands received in India, but why is 3 lakh given as deemed income, guys? Used in India. Do you remember that concept, guys? Yes. So 3 lakh will be taxable in India, used in India. All right. And guys, over to the next one, the fourth one. Mahesh, good answer. Everyone else, guys, I hope third one you understood. Slightly tricky it was. Yes. James is a non-resident. Akash is also non-resident. Again, why are we interested in taxing the interest income, guys? Yes. We are not talking about the borrowed money, which is 10 lakh. The interest is how much, guys? 1 lakh 20. We're talking about that 1 lakh 20. Why are we so bothered in taxing it? Maybe it is used where? In India, but it has to be used only for business and profession. What is it used for? Shares. Guys, in the same exam question, this has come twice. Yes. So will this be taxed in India? No, because it's used for any income generating activity. Are we okay? Now, guys, how do you frame it? Because you know the concept. Now, how do you frame it? I want the first and the last one to be framed and told me, guys. How do you frame the first one? Always the facts. Mr. Rahul is working for the Indian government in Japan. He is earning salary of 7 lakh 50 and allowances of 2 lakh 40. Next law. As per section 9(1), salary received from government of India will be taxed in India after a standard deduction of 50,000. Full stop. As per section 10(7), if you remember, otherwise 10, the allowances will be exempt. Guys, don't worry. If 10(7) bothers you and it'll spoil your other understanding, guys, for all exempt income, guys, boldly and confidently write with section 10. Only agriculture income, remember section 10. Yes, everyone okay with this? All right. And please tell me for the last one, how will you present? Again, facts first. Yes. No, but who's earning the income? James borrowed the money, guys, so he'll be paying interest. So Mr. Akash is earning interest income of 1 lakh 20 from Mr. James, who also is a non-resident. Next line, guys, as per section 9.1. Such interest will be taxed in India only if used for business and profession. Full stop. Since the above money has been invested in shares, Indian shares, the same will not be deemed income and not be taxed in India. Are we okay with this? And wherever deemed income, you will quote with section 9.1. If you can go to 9.1.123, okay, this is the interest. So you tell me, guys. ISSDI 915. In the exam, figure it and write it. While you're preparing, don't bother yourself with 915 because that will confuse you. I'm telling you guys, section, subsection is great. The moment you go to clauses, no, you'll get puzzled. So try and remember a way to write those clauses. Are we okay with this? All right. That's it. That's question number 6 of December 21. I'm still keeping it in medium because of that, royalty deemed and received, that part. All right. We'll go to November 22, question number 2A. Yeah, last question, then we take a break. Some chapters will take a lot of time because there are many questions in the exam. Guys, some chapters there are not so many questions. Example, I'll just give you a little glimpse. If you see IFHP, not so many questions have come in RTPs, MTPs, etc. So you'll not take too much time. Again, guys, something like IFOS. So don't worry if we extend, guys. But this is great because the more you see these exam questions repeating, this chapter is important. So suddenly, guys, the weightage already when you look at these questions. Yes, all right. So this is November 22. 1 minute. Question number 2A. Slightly different question. It's for 6 marks. First, you will get about 3-4 minutes to decide. Only look at question number 1 right now, guys. That's all. If you have multiple questions, first look at the first one. Determine what? Residential status and compute taxable income for which year? 21, 22. Over to you all, guys. Will news agency and export purpose purchase with deemed income? No, it's an exception, but that amount that has been removed now, that concept of exceptions to business connection. Guys, here, let's quickly see what is the residential status. How many days? 183, guys. Has he come to India for 183 days? No. So what does he become? NR. So quickly, let's check Indian income, guys. Is this first Indian income? No. Second, guys? Yes. Third one? Yes. Fourth one? Yes. So what is the total, guys? 23. So let's check for AIC1. Is he an Indian citizen? Is his Indian income more than that? And is he being taxed in any country as a no? He's in a tax haven, guys. So then, congratulations to the government. He'll become a RNOR. And as an RNOR, what is his income? 23 lakh. That's the first question. Yes. So I'm writing here, guys. He's a RNOR deemed resident, and his income is 23 lakhs. Please read the second one and see if your answer changes, guys. Guys, would your answer? What would your answer if instead of 10 lakhs it becomes how many? 2. 5 plus 2. 7. 7 plus 8, 15. Then what will not apply, guys? AIC1, AIC2, only if it's more than what? 15. Guys, this is the only place where it's more than. So, guys, your answer will change. He will continue to be a. And as a non resident, guys, which income will not be taxed, guys? This last one. So, 5 plus 8, how many lakh? 13 lakh. Check, check, check if you're understanding the second part. Yes, everyone okay with the second part? And the third part, guys, what would be your answer if Sarthak was born in Dubai and his parents were born in India? Then, guys, is he an Indian citizen? No, he's a PIO. So then which section will not apply? So which will apply? But for AIC2, we need how many days, guys? 120. So again, your answer will be he's a non-resident. Tricky, but we need to present this, guys. So everyone, you tell me how will you present it word by word, guys, like it's in the exam. You tell me how will you write this. The first one. So 6 marks, so maybe 3 marks, then or 4 marks, one mark you'll have to write. So guys, first the facts. Yes, Mr. Sarthak is an Indian citizen living in Dubai, which is a tax haven, and he has not visited India during the previous year 21-22. Full stop. Next line. As per section, since he does not fulfill the conditions, he will be considered as a non-resident. Is he RNOR? Oh, so then we don't have to write all this, guys. Guys, 1 minute, one. We don't have to write all this. We have to straight write AIC1. Let's begin again. Guys, facts. Mr. Sarthak is a Indian citizen working in Dubai, which is a tax haven, and is not come to India, visit India during the year 21-22. Full stop. His Indian income is 23 lakhs, and you will show the Indian income, guys, either in a table or in brackets. Yes. Next, as per section 6(1)(a), superb. Since he's a Indian citizen having Indian income more than 15 lakh and he is not being taxed as a resident in any country, he will be considered as a RNOR. Full stop. Yes. Next line. What is his taxable income? You'll make a table, particulars, amount, and you'll put how many lakhs there? 23. Yes. What is the first one? Why is it not taxable? Not within the scope of income. All right. Guys, that is the answer. You have the residential status also, income also. Next, point number 2. What will you write? Since his Indian income is now not more than 15 lakh, the section 6(1)(a) will not apply. As per section 6(1), since his stay in India is how many days? 0. He will not fulfill the condition and he will be considered as a non-resident. As a non-resident, his taxable income will be as under. Guys, you will not tax this one. You will also not tax. Why is the last one not taxed? Setup. This is only tax when he is a RNOR. So guys, here's any income will become only how many lakh? 13. And the third one. In case he is not a Indian citizen, section 6(1)(a) will not apply. And since he stay in India during the year is how many days? 0. He will not be considered as a RNOR. So he will be considered as a NR, and income is as above how many lakh? 13. You don't have to show again. You can always refer above and it will be 13 lakh. Yes. All right. So this is where we end. When we come back, guys, because this chapter is slightly daunting and it is slightly more important in the exam, we'll continue and we'll end it with 1-2 fairly written answers. So you will write it fairly and you will see how well you cannot, or how well you write. Yes. Right now it's 5:35. You tell me, guys, what happens in this break? Do you go and eat a lot? Or do you go have a cup of coffee and come back? Yes. So can we keep it to half an hour break? Yes. So that will help us end also a little early. Yes. We'll be back by 6:05. Is that good? Yes. I'm here in case you want me to add something or you want me to do something slightly different. Always happy to take your suggestion. Otherwise, I'll see you guys at 6:05. You're also for any doubts. People online, I'll see you guys back now at 6:05, and we'll continue from there. All right, guys, getting back. Nice, slightly longer break, but it's okay. We'll manage and we'll make up for it. This was a question that it came in one of the papers. That is question number 2 in November 22. We move from this to November 23. In this session, we'll be finishing this chapter. We'll pick up one more chapter. I want to pick up either IFOS or rates of tax, one of these chapters, and I want to do that as well. And this, we will also look at a fresh question where you'll try and solve it. One of the difficult ones. So it's an attempt that we'll solve it as in as fairness as possible. You'll sit like it's an exam room and you will write it, and I will see how you've written it. You can also tell me and read it out. And people online, I'll give you the ideal question or how the ideal answer should be for that question. All right. This is question number 2A. Guys, just saying, do you see a trend? 2A, 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 and 2A. Yes. So I don't have to tell you that, guys. 2A can be repeated again. Yes. But 2A is also reserved for TDS questions. So sometimes it's TDS, sometimes it's this. So question number 2 is between this and TDS. That's a pattern. The more you solve question, the more you'll understand this pattern of ICI. All right. This is November 23, question number 2A. So looking at November 23, sorry. November 23, question number 2A. This is already open. We've already solved question number 2B. 2B was also from here. 2A is also from here. Guys, will this be taxable or not is a 3-mark question. Your answer is only yes or no. Over to you all. Guys, read it. The answer literally in the exam will be 1 yes, 2 no. You don't have to give any reasons, guys. Whether the following transaction can be treated income deemed to accrue or arise in India. Everyone, people online also, we are back. You can write 1 yes, 2 no, and like that you can answer. Could you also share the drive link? Yes, I'll share the drive link. But what particularly are you looking out? Because I have a drive link specifically created for fast track batch as well. So let me know if there's something particular looking out for, and I can put in the drive link. Yes. Let's discuss it together. Only very simple. Higher charges paid outside India for use of machinery situated in India. Yes. Income of a non, this is not a part of our portion now, guys. Capital gain through transfer of a house property situated in India. Yes. Allowances paid by Government of India to a citizen working abroad. No. Allowances are exempt. Past period foreign untaxed income. But the word is untaxed, no? Doesn't matter. If it's past period, guys, you will ignore it. There's not taxable. It's not within the scope of income as per section 5. And guys, gift received. This Excel sheet, this I will upload it in the Google Drive for fast track. So you will have a updated fast track Google Drive. Gift received by a non-resident on the occasion of his wedding in India. Guys, we don't know this yet, but on wedding gifts, IFOS, when we revise today, you'll understand this is not taxable. Guys, this is it. I'm moving this question, guys. Now, this is too simple. So I'm moving this from question number, this is 2A. I'm moving this from here to easy. So this is the movement. All right. We now go to the next one. Question number 2A again, May 24 ICI paper. Here we go, May 24, question number 2A. All right. Guys, Mr. Tilak is 35 years old. Again, ROR and RNOR. Let's not do ROR this time. Let's only go for RNOR, which is which income, guys? DA plus 1. Guys, I don't know if you're realizing, but this is now closer to 2025 paper. So this is 2024. And this is something that you can get a right answer. And let's try, everyone. Please read the first one. Tell me taxable or not. People online as well. Why not, guys? Everything is happening in Malaysia and immediately remitted. So this part, if you cancel, guys, remitted and you read again, guys, everything is happening in Malaysia. So not taxable. All right. Read the next one. B. Yes, that's okay. But yes means what is the amount? Guys, 25,000 is received, guys, but it dear plus 1. 3 lakh or 25,000. Is it similar to something that we've done before? Yes. Next, guys. Good people online answering. Anirudh, good. Crazy Craft, good. Dheeraj, good. Mohammed, please reply yes. All right. Guys, past again similar. Next. Yes, because capital gain is on sale of land in India. There's an India connection. Next one. Income from agricultural land at Nepal, 18,000, received then and then brought to India. What should I cancel? and then brought to India. Now read it again, guys. No India connection. Will it be taxable? No. Next. Again, this is a deduction under ATC. We can't do this. This will it be taxable? G. Is there an India connection? Yes. And I don't know if you are remembering, guys, but he is how many years old? So he will get a deduction under 80 TTA. If you remember, guys, if you have a savings account interest, you get 10,000 annually as a deduction. All right. I'm not sure, but I think this is also easy, guys. Can I move it to easy? Yes. All right. What that will do is that will help us focus on what is more important. All right. Here we go. This I'm removing. Question number 6, RTP of November 20 is where I'm going to next. This is RTP's question November 20. Question number 6 looks like an MCQ. Okay, here we go. Question number 6. Yep, perfect. Everyone, this is an MCQ. Let's see if you are able to answer this. People online, A, B, C, D, one of them is the right answer. You choose. The year is 1819. No, sorry, there are 2 years. In such a question, guys, use your rough paper, use your pen, pencil, make rough notes, and then answer. Yes. Guys, what is Nishant? In the year 1819, he was what? A resident, but not ordinary resident. I'm making it here. People have answered D. I have not seen any replies online. Ishita, Anirudh, Sushmita, everyone, please answer. Guys, 1819, what was he? R and OR. All right. And he in the year 1920 became ROR. Guys, can it change like this? Yes, every year it can change. All right. He had rent received in Canada amounting to how much? In which year? Guys, in 1819, the rent in Canada, would it be taxed in India? No. Why not? Because there is no India connection, it's not within the scope of income. So 1 lakh was not taxable in 1819. Then he later deposited the same in a bank in Canada. During the year 1920, he remitted the amount to India. So guys, in 1920, can it be taxable? No, because it is remittance. So guys, no such rent is not taxable in India either during 1819 or during 1920. Are we okay? So D is the right option and the right answer. I'll let it be in medium only, guys. Question number 11, RTP November 21. All right, ending this year. This is the next RTP, November 21. What is the question number 11? No, it doesn't look like it's from here. Question number 11, RTP. This is November 21 only. No, it's not from here. So it could have been May 21, I think. Maybe it's a mistake. We'll check. Yes, this is definitely a mistake. So I'll just change it here. This is May 21. Okay. Everyone, let's read. It's a slightly tricky question. There are two parts to it. We'll address the first part. Determine what his residential status, not his wife's, guys, only his residential status, and compute the total income chargeable to tax. Along with the amount of tax, no, we'll not calculate the amount of tax. Everyone, over to y'all. It's right now 6:27. The next 3 minutes are yours to find out residential status and total income. People online, same goes for y'all as well. Keep timing yourself. He's a PIO. So some exceptions, guys. All right, that's all the time that we have for this question. Let's quickly discuss, guys. We want his residential status. So how many days, guys? 182. And which is the year we want, guys? 2021. Guys, he's a person of Indian origin, got married to Deepa, Indian citizen, country X on 4th Feb 2020. Is that the year, guys? 2021?
That's the
No, this is assessment year 21-22. So the year is 2021. This is 1920. All right. Came to India for the first time. First time basically means even if he becomes a resident, he will become what kind of resident? R and OR. He left the country on which date? 12th August. So he was here till 12th August. He returned to India again on 20th January. And then, guys, he was with his parents-in-law for how many days? 30 days. And thereafter returned to country X on 18th February. Don't worry, guys. Let's figure the number of days. First, guys, he was there in April. So how many days in April? 30. May, June, July, and August. Should I take 12th also? Yes. Then he returned to India on 20th January and he stayed in India for how many days? 30 days. So we'll take straight 30 days, guys. You calculate the total number of days and it's 160. This will not apply. And guys, will the second one apply? No. Guys, he's a PIO who's visiting India. So guys, he will be considered as what? Non-resident. And guys, the number of income that he has, is it more than 15 lakhs? No. So guys, he will be considered still as a non-resident. And if you know IFOS a little bit also, know guys, gifts from non-relatives more than 50,000, are they taxable? Parents' wife is a relative, not taxable. Married sister of wife, how do you look at it? First wife, then sister. Is it a relative? Yes. If you don't know this, don't worry. This is from IFOS. And very close friends, guys, is it taxable? Yes. So he's a non-resident. Income is 2,82,000. All right. Guys, let's go to the second one. Will your answer change if he had received 16 lakh instead of 2,82,000 from his very close friends? So let's change the number, guys. If it's 16 lakhs, then guys, is the Indian income more than, yes? Then I still can't use AIC one. Why not? He's not an Indian citizen. Yes. No, what are you saying here? Yeah, his stay they've given. Yes. And we'll check for AIC two, guys. What is AIC two? Is he an Indian citizen or PIO? Yes. Is Indian income more than 15 lakh? And what is the condition, guys? This year, 120. And last 3 years, guys, 4 years, 365. So he'll be considered as a RNOR. Are we okay? So will your answer change? Yes. In this case, it was NR. This is RNOR. All right. This is an RTP, so they don't give you marks. But guys, let's see how we will present this in the exam. You will write question number 11A and you will tell me how, guys, think about it and tell me, guys, how will you present this? Yes, what is the facts? Tell me some of the facts that you know of Mr. Dhruv. Mr. Dhruv is a person of Indian origin and came to India for the first time in on 20th Feb 2020. His stay in India during the previous year 2021 is 164 days. You can put in bracket the details also, guys. Yes. Then law. Since he does not fulfill the condition under section 6(1) and since he's a person of Indian origin visiting India, he will be considered as a non-resident. Are we okay? And his taxable income, the first one, gift from relative, not taxable. Next, second one also gift from relative. Third one, gifts from friends more than how many thousand? 50,000. So hence taxable. And now B, how will you change your answer, guys? Is it a deemed resident concept? So you will straight give the facts and then go to AIC2. In this case, guys, in this case, he is a person of Indian origin and has Indian income more than how many lakhs, guys? 15 lakhs. So as per section 6(1)(a), guys, you are a person of Indian origin. Your Indian income is more than 15 lakh and guys, his stay in India this year is more than or equal to 120 days in bracket 164 days and in the last 4 years is greater than or equal to 365 in bracket 400 days and hence he will be considered as a deemed resident, that is a RNOR. Are we okay with this? All right, that's question number 11. I think we'll keep it in medium only. And now we come to the difficult questions. I see if they're really difficult. If they're not, then we'll bring them to medium or maybe even easy. So this is where we are. I think about 4 or 5 questions left. Let's target the next one. People online, I hope you guys are on the same page with us. This is question number 3C, Jan 21 ICI paper. So moving to the paper now again. This is Jan 21. Let's see why is it difficult and why have I put it in the difficult part. Yes. Everyone read it and then we will talk about it. Please read the question. Likita, good answer. Shivakumar, gross total income 2 lakh 82, good answer. Shushmita, total income 16 lakh in the second one. Absolutely right. Ishita, 164 days, good. Shushmita, good, 164 days. All right. Income deemed to accrue or rise in India to whom? A non-resident by way of what? Interest, royalty, and fees for technical services. It to be taxed in India irrespective of what, guys? Territorial nexus. That means, guys, does it matter where that person is? Whether that person is a resident or a non-resident, as long as the amount is used where? In India. So this is the question. Examine the correctness or otherwise of the statement. I'm just going to read the answer. See if you can relate to this answer here. Income by way of interest, royalty, or fees for technical service, which is deemed to accrue rise in India by virtue of Section 9156 and 7, shall be included in the total income of the non-resident, whether or not the non-resident has a place of business or resident in India, or the non-resident has rendered services where, guys, in India. It is basically used, guys. It should be if it's used in India. Yes. In effect, the income by way of FTS, interest and royalty from services utilized in India, used where, guys? Instead of use the word utilize in India, would be deemed to accrue rise in India in case of a non-resident. So what they are saying is, does it matter where the non-resident is? No. He can be anywhere as long as the income, the services, etc. are used where? In India. So that is the question. This is difficult. I've worded it because of the wording. Yes. So can we recap once again, guys? Who is this non-resident? Does he have any income by way of what? Interest, royalty, and fees for technical services. Which section have we seen this? 91567. And this will be taxed in India as long as the same is utilized in India. This, irrespective of whether that person is in India or abroad, that does not matter. So, territorial nexus, irrespective of that. That's question number C. Yes. Yeah, he does not have to render the services. That has to be used in India. That's all. Yes, he can render the services abroad also. Let's say you are an interior designer and you're making a plan abroad, but that plan is for a factory which is I'm making in India. Yes, all right. Ultimately, usage of that service has to be in India. All right. So good. I've put it as difficult. This is a question that you can look at again, guys. Question number 4B. Again, Jan 21 only. Okay. Surprising. Let's see, guys. Question number 4B now. 4. This is which question number? No, that's page now. Question number. Ah, yes. All right. Not all of them, but some of them. Let's see why is this difficult, guys. Let's read. Attempt any two out of the following three parts, but we'll try and attempt all three, guys. Discuss the taxability of the following transactions. Let's read the first one. Yes, you might have to draw a little diagram of who's giving what to whom, guys. See. Actually, this is not from this chapter. This is from agriculture income. So we'll let this be. But there are some part which has to be from here. Yes, the second part is from here. Let's read the second part. Good. I think you'll be able to get the answer, guys. Guys, who's the person earning the income? Mr. Pratham. He's a non-resident, guys. Yes, and he's earning 1,14,000 for, guys, use of what? Manufacturing process. So either you can say it's a fees for technical services or it's a royalty income developed by whom? Pratham. The manufacturing process was developed by Mr. Pratham where? That doesn't matter. Where it's used is being mattered, guys. Mr. Rakesh uses such process for his business carried on by him where, guys, in Dubai. Is this taxable in India? No. Guys, how will you present this? Yes. Yes. It's not received. Okay, let's draw a diagram, guys. Who is this? Pratham. And who is this, guys? Rakesh. Who's earning the income? Pratham. He's a non-resident earning how much, guys? 1,14,000. Guys, why are we bothering someone who is abroad? Guys, has to have some connection with India. So please check, is this received in India? No. Is it earned in India? So we have to check for deemed income. And in deemed income, it has to be used where? In India. I'll give you a small pro tip, guys. For IRF, always check used in India. Yes. So please check, guys. Is this used in India? No, it has been used in Dubai, and hence it will not be taxed. Very briefly, how will you present this, guys? Pratham is a non-resident earning 1,14,000 for the use of technical services from Mr. Rakesh. The same has been used by Mr. Rakesh for a business carried on in Dubai. As per section 9.1 or 9.1, whichever subsection you can write, since the technical services have been used in Dubai and not been used in India for a business or profession, the same will not be deemed to accrue or arise in India or tax in India. Are we okay with this, guys? Yes. All right. No, this is also, it's only the second part actually, and I think that is easy or medium. So I'm going to take this question number 4B, only part 2, and I'm going to take this and put it in medium because I don't think this is difficult. All right. Okay. So this is question number 3B, May 22, next paper, and not deemed income perfect. Yes. May which paper? 22. All right, here we go, guys. Question number 3B, 3A, and 3B. All right. Here it is. It's a 4-mark question. Determine residential status of Mrs. Shruti. Again, guys, 6:42, 3 minutes for you to determine her residential status. I generally, whenever they give incomes, no, somewhere you know that you'll have to use AIC 1 or 2 concept. Yes. As people online, please also let me know what do you feel is a residential status. Got the answer? Good. I think now after so many sums, I think this is okay. Guys, so which section, what number of days will we check first? 182. Guys, which is the year we're talking about? 21, 22. Guys, let's check. For 21, 22, she comes to India for how many days? So guys, is this fulfilling? No. And she is what? Indian citizen, and she is visiting India. So guys, she will be considered as a, but then we will check for deemed resident, RNOR, guys, if the Indian income is more than 15 lakh. Salary earned in UAE? No. Property in UAE? Income India? Yes. Retail business in India? Yes. Because DR plus one you have to see, guys. Next. Income accruing and rising in India? Yes. So total is how much, guys? 10 plus 5 plus 3 is how many lakh? So guys, is she considered as a RNOR? Let's check. AIC1. Is she an Indian citizen? But yeah, this condition is not fulfilled because they've not said she's not taxed in that country. So we'll straight check for which one? AIC2. Is she an Indian citizen or a PIO? Yes. Indian income more than. And guys, here how many days? 120 days. Last 4 years, how many days? We'll have to check, guys. Please add up 200, 100. How many days? 421. So, guys, good. Government is happy because now she will be a deemed resident RNOR. All right. Yes, people. Perfect. Lots of you guys have given the right answer. RNOR. Good. How will you present this, guys? Quickly. Here, 4 marks. So you'll have to give a nice elaborate. So 4 marks. See, ideally, if you're an examiner for 4 marks, at least like a good page should be filled up, or at least almost the full page has to be a little more than half. All right. Start facts, guys. Indian citizen, employment abroad in UAE. But sir, UAE does not have any tax, no. So it can be AIC 1 also. But guys, see, UAE, you know. Which other countries you know or you don't know. So unless they specify, we can't assume. Yes. All right. Next, guys, you will put the facts. That is, stay in India this year is 157. Last 4 preceding year is 421. Guys, that is what you will put. And her Indian income is as under, and you'll make a nice table, particulars amount, because 4 marks. For the first, second one, not within the scope of income. Second, third, fourth, will it be taxable in India? Yes. So total Indian income is 18 lakh. And then you will write the law that as per section 61A, she's a Indian citizen having Indian income more than 15 lakh as computed above. You'll refer above. And guys, her stay in India is greater than equal to, and the last 4 years greater than equal to, and hence she will be considered as a deemed resident, that is RN. Good. I don't think so. This is difficult, guys. What about you all? Yes. So can I move it to medium? Yes. What about life insurance? So life insurance you can minus as a deduction, but even if you minus it, it is still more than 15 lakh, but you don't have to. You have to just see the income without the deductions. Yes. Guys, her question or his question, we'll talk about it 1 minute. Guys, is life insurance premium paid allowed as a deduction? There's a section called 80C. But guys, first they only talk about Indian income, which is basically the 5 heads of income. Yes, they don't talk about after deductions. And hence, guys, 10 plus 5 plus 3 is how many lakh, guys? 18. All right. Perfect. When they use total income, the word. Yes. If they use the word total income, then you have to minus the deductions. But here it is dear income, dear plus one, which is basically only the heads of income. Yes. No, that time, see, exempt income means it's not a part of your income only. There's a difference between exemption and deduction. I'll give you explanation. Example, I have agriculture income in India. That is exempt. So under which head of income does it go? Which 5 heads? Nowhere. Whereas deduction means it comes into your heads of income. Then after GTI, you minus it. Yes. All right. That's question number 2A, September 24 next. This is 2A September 24. If it's a decently difficult question, guys, we'll also try and write this one, guys. Question number 2A. One minute. Question number 2A September 24 ICA paper. Yes. All right, guys. It has some part of different parts. Determine what? Residential status of Mr. Madan and his HUF and compute the gross total income of Mr. Madan. Now, gross total income means you don't have to take any deductions. For the assessment year 24-25, assuming he has opted out of the default tax regime, matlab he is in the old regime. We are only focusing on the old regime right now. The value of $1 will be taken as $70. Guys, how many marks is this for? 4. Good question. We'll first discuss it. This is the question that we'll write also. Yes. So take your time. 2A question. First 2-3 minutes in the exam. Also 2 minutes, guys. You will read the question, make your rough notes, and then we'll make it a fair. Roughly for a 4 mark question, you have 10 minutes. Your 10 minutes and my 10 minutes start right now. Over to you all. Make your rough notes. Read the question well. First check for him, and then we'll check for each. Can we check the year for which they've asked? Assessment year 24-25. That is previous year 23-24. This part no is from a chapter which is called IFOS, but no problem. Till here. Madan is a non-resident. Sushmita saying, let's see. Good. Truly a challenging question, which is nice. Take one more minute, try and find out the answer. HUF is a ROR. Is there more explanation? I think it's here. Hmm. Some sculpture was gifted to him for 45,100. Let's try and make sense of what there is, guys. Mr. Madan is a citizen of which country, guys? India. So he's an Indian citizen. In June, everyone hear me out very carefully. Answer for HUF. I'll read the comments here, guys. So, guys, everyone repeating HUF. Control and management is partly where? In India. So, it will be considered as a resident. And in resident, what kind of resident? ROR. Because, guys, the Karta's flashback mode is in which country? India. Everyone okay? Section is 6-2. Answer is ROR. Let's now focus back on Madan. Guys, everything boils down to that 182 days. So let's see how many days was he in India this time, guys. He moved to US on which date? 1st September. So everyone calculate April, May, June, July, August, and will I also include first? Yes. So please do 30, 31, 30, 31, 31, 1. What is that? Yeah, I'll add that also. But how many till here, guys? 154. He visited India from 1st Jan to January 15 for training on a project and received 15-day salary in India as per his Indian monthly salary before being transferred. So 1st to 15th, how many days? 15. So please add 15 days. How many days total? 169. Stop. Is he fulfilling the first condition? No. Why does the second condition not apply to him, guys? Guys, is he an Indian citizen who is moving abroad for employment? So he will be considered as a non-resident, but we can convert him only if his Indian income is more than 15 lakh. Let's see his Indian income. So right now, guys, he's considered as what? Non-resident. His Indian income, I'm writing here, guys. Salary received in which country? India. Then which other income is there? IFOS. And guys, is salary considered in USA? Will it be in India in deemed income? Let's check. Yes. 1 minute. All right, guys, difficult, very challenging question. Good that we are doing it in the end because I think this is the most difficult that we've encountered till now. Now, everyone, he is considered as what? No. To NR to be converted into an RNOR, guys, why can't I use AIC1? I cannot use AIC1. They've not said that he'll not tax as a resident in any country. So I can only use which one? AIC2. Stop. Is he an Indian citizen or a PIO? Yes. Is the Indian income more than 15 lakhs? We're going to explain one more time. Yes, and the last time. All right. Guys, let's talk about this person, Madan, and he's a Karta of an HUF, guys. So they want the residential status of Madan also, HUF also. Let's first talk about HUF. HUF, what is the section? 6-2, and it depends on control and management. Guys, Mr. Madan, for a few months, he was in India till August 31st, and then he went to US. On which day did he go to US? So somewhere was he in India also? Yes, and was he abroad also? And guys, whenever he was in the US, he managed the HUF from there, but partly was it in India? Yes. So the HUF will be considered as a resident. People online, I hope it is clear. He's a resident, HUF is a resident. Now, how is it a ROR, guys? We have to check for the last how many years? 7 years, and the last how many years? But if you check one by one, it will be very difficult. So let's check flashback mode. He in the last 2 years had gone abroad, but before that, guys, he had never gone out of India prior to that. So that means, guys, in the prior years, his flashback mode is in which country? India. So this HUF becomes a ROR. People online, let me know if HUF is clear, guys. ROR, if this is clear. Just 1 minute, guys. Be patient. All right. Perfect. Now, guys, we move to Madan. Madan, we have to check basically section 6.1. Was he in India for at least how many days? 182 days. Guys, if you see from 1st of April, May, June, July, August, and even 1st September, we have to include, he was in India. And then he visited India again from Jan 1 to Jan 15. That is another 15 days. And if you add all these number of days, including these 15, he stayed in India for how many days? 169. And since he does not fulfill 182 days, he will be considered as what, guys? Non-resident. But now you know non-resident can be converted into R and OR. This is where we all are. So let's now see if AIC1 applies, guys. Will AIC1 apply? No, because the condition does not say that he's not taxed in that US country. So let's check for AIC2. Guys, is he fulfilling A? Yes, he's an Indian citizen or a PIO. What is he, guys? Let's check. He's an Indian citizen. Let's check for condition, guys. Is he staying in India for greater than or equal to 182, 120 days? Yes. And the last 4 years, he has to stay in India for how many days? 365, which he is because last 2 years he was abroad. But before that, was he in India only? So if you check the last 4 years, guys, he was in India for how many days? So the only thing now between you and this answer is his Indian income. Let's check what is his Indian income, guys. Everyone, guys, he has some salary in India. How much is his salary? 65,500. Take your calculators, guys. 65,500. April, May, June, July, August. How many months? 5 months. So please tell me his Indian salary. 3 lakh 27,500. I'm not minusing anything right now. 50,000 because first we'll add all the salary and then we'll minus 50,000. Next, guys, his salary in US, is this income Indian income? No, guys, Indian income is DR plus one. This is not Indian income. So salary in USA is not taxable in India, is not part of that Indian income. But guys, when he visited India for how many days? Guys, will that salary also be included? Yes. So 65,500 divided by 2. How much is that, guys? 32,750. Please add both these numbers. 3 lakh 60 60,250 minus standard deduction of 50,000. 3 lakh 10,250. This is his salary income. Everyone okay with this? Yes. Now IFRS. Guys, this is also something that we discussed. You are not a part of that conversation. You could not hear, but hear me out again. He bought a residential property for 18 lakh rupees. So, is it okay to buy a residential property? Yes. But the government says that if you pay a price which is less than the stamp duty value, that's a problem. So, market value, you don't have to see which value you have to see stamp duty value. What was the stamp duty value? 23 lakh. And this concept is what I call as IB. Is a payment inadequate? Yes. For 23 lakh property, you only paid. So, it is inadequate for how many lakh? 5 lakh. And this is taxable under a section called IFOS. Yes. So guys, 5 lakh taxable under IFOS, 3 lakh 10 to 50 taxable here. Total income is how much, guys? 8 lakh 10 to 50. Mr. Madan is not rich enough for us to convert him. So guys, he will be considered as a non-resident. Yes. Everyone, I hope this question is answered. Yes. We'll read this part, which of course will not have any impact, guys. One of his friends gave him a sculpture. I don't know for what reason sculpture, but 45,100. Yes, guys, sculpture again IFOS. This is a mixture of IFOS and residential status. Only if it's more than how many thousand? This is not more than 50,000, so it will not be taxable. Everyone okay? All right. The value of one USD may be taken as $70, but does not require. Just let's check the salary, guys. Is it received in India? The overseas branch paid him salary of 2,500 per month in USA. So it is not taxable in India. Why? Because there's no connection to India. All right. So the final answer, guys, what is the HUF residential status? ROR. And what is this person's residential status? NR. Yes. All right. Let's try and answer this. I'll help you answer this and you will write this answer. First, guys, it's okay. Spend 5 minutes. I'm going to put this question here before you. Spend 5 minutes to answer it in a way that you want to answer it. Keep facts, law, and conclusion in mind. Two conclusions have to happen. One is residential status of HUF and residential status of mother. Over to you all. Try. It's 4 marks, so don't write the world and don't write 2-3 pages, guys. Summarize in 1 page. Try. I would separate it. I would first do residential status of HUF, a paragraph there, and then residential status of mother. People online, don't get lazy or complacent. Just, I know it's a long day, but try and write this answer like you would write in the exam. All right, just trying to tell you and see if you've written something around the same lines. So then let's talk about the HUF first, guys. Yes. So we'll start question number 2A. You will write question number 2A and you will give the heading determination of residential status of HUF. Underline, semicolon, next line. Facts. Mr. Madan was the karta of the HUF. The HUF is controlled partly from India and partly from USA. Full stop. Mr. Madan fulfills, no, that is in the next line. So then you will write as per section 6.2, since the control, yeah, we can mention his number of days, yes. But I'll show you how to present it. So here we can say that as per section 6.2, the control and management of the HUF is partly in India and hence it will be considered as a resident. Full stop. You go to the next paragraph. Further, as per section 6.6, since Mr. Karta fulfills both the additional conditions. Now, do you want to elaborate the two additional conditions? You can, but it's only for how many marks? 4. So you have to be careful, guys. So what you can say since he fulfills both the condition as per section 6.6, the HUF will be considered as a resident and ordinary resident. This is if you have less time. If you have more time, then you can write since he fulfills both the additional condition as per section 6.6, that is in the last 7 years, his stay in India is greater than or equal to 730 days, and in the last 10 years, he has been a resident in at least more than 2 years, 2 years or more, guys. Yes. So you have to elaborate depending on how much time you have, and ultimately, the last line should be: thus, the HUF will be considered as a ROR for this year. Are we okay? That's the HUF. Very good, Ishita. Question that is something that you also asked here. That if AIC 1 and AIC does not apply, do we have to explain that? No. Yes. I'll show you how to present for Mr. Madan. Everyone, now let's check for Mr. Madan. What are the facts that you can present, guys? First, Mr. Madan is a citizen of India. His stay in India during the previous year 23-24 is how many days? 169 days. What else, guys? We can say that he earned the following incomes while he was during the year 23-24. First, salary income in India. You will show 65,500 into how many months? 5 months plus 65,500 divided by 2, which is basically how much, guys? 3,60,250 minus standard deduction under section 16(1)(a), which is how much? 50,000. Therefore, salary income is 3,10,250. Further, his IFOS income, since he purchased a residential property lower than stamp duty value, will be how many lakhs? 5 lakhs. Thus, his Indian income is 8 lakh 10,250. These are the facts of the case. Now let's go to the section, which is the first section, 6A, 6.1. As per section 6.1, since he does not fulfill the condition of 182 days and the other condition does not apply, since he is a Indian citizen moving abroad for employment, he will be considered as a non-resident. Now, guys, can you explain that deemed resident concept? Yes. What you can do is, after the sum ends, you can write a working note below that since his Indian income is not more than 15 lakh, he will not be considered as a deemed resident as per section 6.1A. So that point also, that do I need to explain AIC2? No, you don't have to explain AIC2. You just have to say that because his Indian income is not more than 15 lakh, he'll not be considered as a resident. Are we okay? Guys, difficult sum, definitely. If in the exam I have this option, and this is in which question? 2A. So if I have a better option in 4 or 3, guys, I will choose 3 and 4 as compared to this. Yes, because it'll trouble you in the exam. Too many details, sculpture, this, that for 4 marks. I thought that is a little too much. Yes. All right. So I'm going to keep this in difficult only so that you can revisit this question again later. All right. Now, guys, question number 7. I think all these we have solved. We'll check. Question number 7, RTP May 22. Have we done this? Let's check. I think we have, and then we put it here. No, this one. Very, very good question. Tricky and how? Yes. This is an MCQ, I think. Yes, this is an MCQ. It has 4 options, but it is very, very confusing. What I will do is I will leave it to y'all to try first for the next 2-3 minutes. Yes, people online, y'all can also try. But the good part about this confusing question is it's an MCQ. So you don't have to present and all, and you can get your 2 marks easier than you could get your 4 marks. Yes. All right. Over to y'all. What I am going to do is I'm going to separate. You guys will try and do it for Rajesh, residential status. You guys will try and do it for his wife, Soumya, and then we'll combine it and we'll try and figure an answer. People online, you all can choose whom you want to solve it for. You all can try for Mr. Rajesh. Over to you all. No, Ishita, for that EV part, you don't have to specifically mention. You just have to say that since he's a Indian citizen moving abroad for employment, he will not fulfill the condition as per section 6(1). That's all. I'll let everyone try for another minute. This is kind of tricky if you're getting it great. People online, I'm expecting an answer for Mr. Rajesh. What is the residential status? And then this is Soumya. Both are residents, but what kind of residents are then? ROR, RNOR. Soumya is RNOR. Okay. So the only option looks like D is what you're saying then. If Soumya is a RNOR resident, but not because that's the only one where she's a RNOR. Yes, I've got full variety. A I've got, B I've got, D I've got. Yes, someone with C, then we'll complete the circle of MCQ. All right, let's start. Guys, we'll start with Rajesh. But guys, I know for residential status, I need to figure how many days. 182. So Rajesh is 53 years old. Wife Soumya is 50 years old. Citizens of which country? Country X. They are living in country X since their birth. So he is not an Indian citizen, guys, and neither is she. She's also not an Indian citizen. They're not liable to tax in country X, guys. So that means they might be subject to what? AIC1 or AIC1, guys. But how will they not be subject to AIC1? You tell me. They're not Indian citizens. So I'm canceling that. I'm just writing and canceling. So, yes. Next. Both of them have keen interest in which culture? Good for them. Yes. Mr. Rajesh's parents and grandparents were born in country X. So he's not even a PIO. Mrs. Soumya, yeah, Mr. Rajesh's parents and grandparents were born where? Country X. Mrs. Soumya visits India along with Mr. Rajesh for 4 months every year to be with her parents who were born in where? Delhi. So she is what? PIO. So good. And they spend in India how many months every year, guys? 4 months. During their stay in India, they organize cultural programs in Delhi NCR. Income of Rajesh and Soumya from Indian sources, how many lakhs, guys? This is 18 lakhs and this is how many lakhs, guys? 16. So both are basically above 15 lakhs. Now let's check, guys. He comes to India for how many months? 4 months. Everyone, 4 into, guys, even if you take 31, guys, 4 into 31 also, guys, how many? 120, 130. So is he crossing this? No. Next. Guys, will I check the second basic condition for him? Yes. Because, guys, he's neither an Indian citizen or a PIO. So we'll check the second condition. What is the second condition, guys? 60 days. Is he fulfilling 60 days? And last, guys, 365. Everyone calculate. 4 months, average 30 days a month, guys. 4 into 30. Everyone calculate 4 into 30. 120 into 4 years, 480. So is he fulfilling this condition? Yes. Guys, he's not. All of you all have started rejecting basic condition too. Don't reject it always. 1 minute, man. Guys, for rejecting basic condition two, you have to be an Indian citizen or a PIO. He's none of them. So, guys, with fulfilling this condition, what does he become? Resident. But guys, is he a RNOR, ROR? Let's check, guys. For that, in the last how many years? 7 years. How many days? 730. Is he fulfilling that? Yes. Guys, 120 days every year into 7. Is he fulfilling this? Yes. And the last how many years? 10 years. Is he a resident for at least 2 years? Residence means R and OR also, guys. Is he? Yes, because he's fulfilling which condition? Second. So, guys, very surprisingly, Rajesh will become a ROR. Everyone okay with this? Yes. I have a few questions to ask you. How many days Rajesh has stayed in India this year? Around 120. Which condition will not apply to him? 182. But which will apply to him? 60 and 365. So he'll become a resident. Everyone clear till resident? Why ROR? Because 7 years also is fulfilling and he is a resident in at least two. But sir, how is he a resident? At least he's fulfilling second condition. Any Lakshman Rekha he crosses the resident. So he's a ROR, guys. Let's check. So then this can be question. The first one it can be or it can be D. Now B and C is out of the question, guys. Let's check for Soumya. Everyone, Soumya also stays for how many days around, guys? 120. What is the first condition? Is it fulfilled? No. Will we check the second one for her? Excellent answer because she is a PIO. So she will become what, guys? Non-resident. But non-resident can be converted to RNOR. Why will AIC not apply to her? Because she is not an Indian citizen. But will AIC 2 apply to her? Let's check. Is she an Indian citizen or a PIO? Yes. Is the Indian income more than 15 lakhs? Yes. And is she fulfilling that 120 days criteria? Yes. So she's a R and OR, guys. So what is the answer? D. So many of you all have given the right option. I don't know how. Was it the lucky letter that you clicked or was it actual? But guys, this is a difficult question. Yes. Question like this, if you prepare, the easier ones will come easy to you. Everyone okay with this? All right. That's question number 7. Anything else? Question number 9. I think we've done this. Yes, these are 4 of them are done. All right. With that, guys, bringing an end to this chapter. Yes. Now, ideally, guys, what you should do whenever you revise, you can revise using a revision video this chapter, and then you can do as many sums as you want, but try and do these sums as for a start, and then pick up a few sums when in the Yesh's book I marked it as D. Pick up a few more, and keep challenging yourself with more questions. Yes, the more questions you do, the better it'll get. Like this question was challenging. The previous one was challenging. Yes. Yeah. Any other doubts, questions, queries? All okay, everyone's okay. Yes. People online, guys, can we be confident of this chapter and can we end this chapter here? Yes. All right. So this is where it is. I am going to highlight this. Let's see if this get highlighted. Yes, there is a color option here, tab color. Yes, we'll mark it as yellow or we'll mark it as blue. And blue basically means that we are done with this. So we'll move to the next chapter, guys. After 2-3 minutes, we'll move to the next chapter. The next chapter we are going to start is IFOS, where we'll first revise the concept. Not a difficult chapter. We'll revise the concepts. I think she told me it's difficult for her, but of course it can be difficult for anyone, different people. So we'll talk about gifts. We'll talk about dividend. There's a new section there in dividend. We'll talk about that, and we'll talk about the general incomes in IFOS also. And then I'll show you how IFOS almost comes in every paper. But if you see this, guys, has it come in every paper? No, because it's not doesn't come as a standalone question. In the first question, guys, in as part of the first question, there is some bit of IFOS. We'll talk about that also after 2-3 minutes. Yes. So people online, take 2-3 minutes break. We start again just to refresh, and then we start again for IFOS. Our lecture will end at about 8:15 ish. We'll end the session and we'll bring it up again tomorrow.